Right, Kwame. Nigga late as hell. We're gonna figure it out though. Damn sure gonna figure it out. All right.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you late. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet, these niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it, and please don't sue me for somebody else.
This that squad sound.
This is madness.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking These Damn Beats. You already know what it is. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why. Life is serious enough. All right. Life got real serious for my audio right there when I tried to do that premiere. So I was like, let's clear the air. Let's try to do this again. I got a couple things I want to unpack. I want to vent about. What's up, Lisa? How you doing, sweetheart? What's popping with you? Yeah, man. It's a holiday week right here for most of you guys. Some people are off for the rest of the week. Some of us still on that slave ship for one more day. God damn it. One more day. Yeah. I got one more day, but I don't have to be there as early tomorrow. I have to be there as early. And I don't have to work all day. Go in late, leave early tomorrow. So, and I was supposed to do a damn show tonight. I took a nap, man. Those naps be kicking my ass, man. I took a nap about 9:30. It was like 9 o'clock, 9:30. I was like, man, I'm gonna wake up at 10:30, knock the show out for about 2-3 hours, man, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. Man, nigga just woke up at one son, bro. Just waking up. But I got a couple things I want to unpack real quick. And y'all always know it's a family affair whenever the family's here. Jerry, I got another clip, bro, I made of you, man. I just need to make the thumbnail, but the clip is funny. I might just drop the clip how it is. Fuck it. Yeah, I might just drop it in the morning. Matter of fact, I might just drop it now. Jerry, you crazy as a motherfucker, man. Make sure I got the phone line open and link over. Did anybody see the David Benavidez Andre presser? Anybody seen it? Anybody? Man, I saw it. Also, I gotta address this issue, man. Before I even get into that, I got a couple things I want to clear the air with and get off my chest. And I'll put the link out there if anybody want to pull up. Let me pin that at the top. I know my boy Puro has a strong opinion about this. I heard him on my boy Shadow Ghost channel. Shout out to Shadow Ghost. Puro's like, yeah, I love arguing on the internet. This shit fun for me. Puro said, I love arguing on the internet. I was like, yeah, clearly. No, you missed it. Okay. It was. Some would say it was eventful. Some would say it was boring as hell. Speaking of boring, right? Let's just jump right into it. I seen what people were saying about the Shakur fight, man, and I just got to keep it a buck, man. We got a good fight this weekend. Actually, we got a good fight card. A lot of good fights coming up this weekend, right? And people are still talking about Shakur's boring fight. It was boring, right? You can have that. That ain't even what we mad at. It's not even about the fight being boring. It's the criticism and the divide, man. I'm telling y'all, don't be fooled by the shiny thing, all right? Hey, squirrel, go run the look at the squirrel. Go chase the squirrel. Okay, the squirrel over here. Go do not get fooled by the shiny objects, man. And that's what is going on with a lot of boxing fans right now. In my opinion, it's a lot of what's the word? Hidden hands. Probably a poor term for what I'm trying to say, but right, when y'all know me be lost for words, but I'm gonna figure it out though. But we got this issue going on. Let me see. Let me put some graphics on the screen. Let me put some graphics on the screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. When it comes to this guy, my guy, your guy, well, some of y'all don't even rock with him no more. Shakur Stevenson. Here we go. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. Let me say it again. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. It seems like it's a certain contingency of fans out there and channels, hosts, panels, whatever. They're doing the same thing that they tried to do with Spencer. Well, they not even tried, that they successfully did with Spencer and Crawford that made that fight what it was, for better or for worse. And what I'm here to tell you guys is we don't have to do that. Not with these guys, man. We can enjoy, yeah. We can enjoy it's possible, man. Believe it or not, it's possible to support all three of those guys. It's possible to be a fan of all of them. We do not have to tear one down to build another one up. I do not hate Tank Davis. I do not hate Devin Haney. I do not hate Shakur Stevenson. I got love and respect for all three of those guys and their camps. Foodie with the beauty. What up, fam?
What up? What up?
Shit, man. I got one more day of work, man.
I feel you.
Not only, yeah, man. That Wednesday, man.
Hey.
You know how the niggas do.
You know, they fucking ring me back in. I'm on my vacation. And they were like, oh, well, we'll give you a bonus. I'm like, I'm there.
Right. Foodie, who you telling? I normally don't even work Saturdays, but I'm going to go in for a couple hours on Saturday. Make some of this extra bread that they going around. You know, they be trying to give out that extra bread around holidays.
I know, because no one wants to show up. They're like, well, we're anticipating some call-offs. I'm like, yeah, well, at least I don't have to work Saturday because that's the day of the fight.
Hey, look.
I'm going in on Sunday.
Foodie, what they say, I'm anticipating call out. I'm like, I know, because I was one of them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But all right. Hey, look, when somebody paying you double what you make and you normally make good money anyway, you be like, shit, let me go and do that.
Listen, I'm actually making kind of triple because, you know, I work 12-hour shifts, so you know. I can't say no to that. I got bills to pay like everybody else, right?
Right. Christmas shopping for yourself now, huh? You say I go Christmas shopping for me, nigga.
Thank you.
Hey, look, Foodie, I be getting I buy myself something every year for Christmas. I be like, ooh, Cyber Monday, I need something. What do I need around here? I need something, some tech around here somewhere.
Listen, Amazon owe me something on their little, you know, they be getting them tax-free tax, you know, they don't pay taxes and shit. I'm like, I need a little something back from that shit because I keep my basket full of shit.
I know that's right. I got that one click shit where it just buy it automatically. But I told him, I said, man, you need to switch the credit card up there. That shit going to me.
Right? I'd be looking at my shit like, when did I buy this? When did I buy it?
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I spend that shit. Puro, what up? You off for the rest of the week, or you working anymore this week?
Mic check.
What's up, fam? You working anymore this week, or you already on Thanksgiving break?
No. I worked the whole week.
Mexicans.
Pudo, I have a question.
Yes.
He said
No,
no.
it's all good.
I'm pulling out all y'all niggas calling out.
I was gonna ask you, Pudo, what is all of that CCD, CDM, PFG? What is all that shit? in your title? What does that mean?
Well, PFM means promoters fear me. JPL means justicia para lefty, and CCD some questions you just don't ask.
Oh, okay. I respect it. Put some respect on his
it's
name.
not the sinister, like I tell everybody. It's not the sinister.
Yeah.
All right. So look, man, this is what I wanted to say, man. I just want to clear this, man. I seen some people upset, right? Let me go to Shakur Stevenson's Twitter. He put out something on Twitter. I don't know if he deleted it yet, but basically he was saying something was wrong, right? He said you got to be blind if you don't think something was wrong. Let me see if he still got it on his Twitter. Nope. Scroll down. Hold on a second. Here we go. And I didn't. He said, what did he say? And I didn't. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Do we still got it? Okay, boom. Okay, yeah. He got a lot of this shit still up here. He deleted a lot, but let me share the screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. And we can get back to this Benavidez Andrade. Because that's another thing. We got a good fight this weekend, a fight that many people been asking for years, and people aren't even talking about it. They still talking about a bad performance that you didn't like. That's the problem with our sport. We talk about shit we don't like more than shit we do like. Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson for securing his 3rd division, getting his 4th world title, which is not easy to do. If it was that easy, we all would be doing it. So let me just, I'm gonna roll through this real quick. Just if y'all want to jump in anywhere, jump in anywhere. Let me get at least about 60 seconds. I'm gonna try to get a lot of it off real quick before I read these tweets. Shakur Stevenson went out there. Some would say he crapped the bed, shit the bed, whatever. Shout out to the boxing voice. I saw him and my guy Mike on Sports arguing back and forth, and his point was, when's the last time you seen somebody that was supposed to be the next Floyd or the next Sugar Ray have a performance that bad? That's the problem. These guys need to stop putting that pressure on themselves, and we need to stop putting it on them too. That's my opinion.
Right, especially in the year of the email champ, right?
Come on, fam.
You never heard of it.
Hey, look, I never thought Shakur was the next Mayweather, Sugar Ray. He's the first Shakur, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I saw the same people who said something is wrong with Errol. Something was wrong with Errol. So Errol was off. Or crucifying this guy, Shakur Stevenson, for saying, hey, look, the guy wasn't being arrogant. I don't fuck with you clown ass nigga. Okay. He was saying, basically, he was like, something was wrong. You got to be blind if you don't realize something, I wasn't 100% myself. Most people would say, yeah, he probably was. Like, yeah, he barely threw his left hand. Could have been the level of competition. People was talking about how empty the arena was. Hey, look, it's a fight on a Thursday. When the last time y'all went to a fight on a fucking Thursday? He's fighting the 6th best option. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I went to one on a Sunday,
which is a rarity in itself as well, right?
Packed out house. So
who was the
Tank and Isak Cruz?
There you have it. And what did they fight at?
Staples Center, or
still a weekend.
I don't know. What do they call it now? I forget what they call it.
Still a weekend though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it's not in the middle of a week, right before Thanksgiving.
Facts. And you know what? To tell you as well, Mark, like what kind of threw me off is Shakur's response to Ryan. Like, was he calling Keyshawn a clown too? I thought they were like best friends. That threw me for a loop because he said
there are a lot.
He used it in plural. I'm like, huh?
There are a lot of things that Shakur said, and he's young. But let's go through what Mark got to say.
Okay. I didn't see that part, but I'm gonna play. I didn't know what Ryan said, but I'm gonna play it since we got his Twitter put up. But he said, but that's what I'm saying. Like taking the criticism, he was like, never changing for nobody. Taking the criticism that come with it, but patiently chilling until my time come again is what he meant. I'm happy I got the win and won another belt in a whole different weight class, 100. That's what matters, getting the win. How many times we hear fighters say, hey, win this one, look good on the next one. Ryan Garcia, who's never won a world title in any division, let alone unified, or made it to the he didn't go to the Olympics. He chose to go pro, but you get what I'm saying? This guy is an Olympic medalist, silver. He won a title. He's beat champions. He didn't get these email champs. He's beaten champions to get these titles, unified against the champion, goes up to another division and another division. And here we are right here. You don't like the performance. I get it. But it seems like now guys are making excuses why their favorite fighter don't even have to fight him. I saw something going around where Tank was saying, y'all only deserve 10%. Y'all don't even get, you know what I'm saying? Fuck 60, 40, 80, 20. Here we go again. And fans are running with
He's talking to Devin.
Yeah.
Specifically. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying?
But
Devin,
these
guys are more accomplished in the sport than him. They're
yes.
towards the Hall of fucking Fame.
Okay.
They are tracking. I'm sorry, you go ahead. But you get what I'm saying, Foodie? They tracking towards the Hall of Fame. Tank Davis isn't. And I like Tank Davis. And I believe he can turn it around. He's still young. You know, he's not as young as these guys, but he's still very young. And he's still got a lot to accomplish in the sport and will accomplish in the sport. I just don't feel like we got to tear one guy down so bad to build up the other guy, whether you pro Tank Davis and say all those other guys are weak, or if you pro Devin, or if you pro Shakur. It's like they trying to do this Spence Crawford shit all over again. And the fans out there in the chats, and I listen to these dudes shows every now and then, little bits here and there, because it's nauseating to hear these guys sometimes. I'm like, y'all doing the same shit again? This divide and conquer shit. And then when their guy loses, they're going to go in there and make excuses. But the crazy part is when Shakur says, hey, man, I wasn't right. I was in the third. Thank you. That was rhyming? I rhymed?
When they make when the other guy loses, they make excuses.
Girl, don't rhyme, and it's gonna rhyme. I ain't even, you know what I mean? Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: when the guy says, hey, I was injured, this, that, and the third, people are crucifying him. Same dudes got 999 excuses for Errol Spence, their favorite fighter. You can't have it both ways, bro. What's good for the game? I digress. I passed the mic. Let's go.
No, I was just gonna say, I just think me personally that he's getting the same energy that he gives out. To be honest,
that's true.
A lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's just, I think so.
No, I mean I've made that point before because I do like Shakur. I love Shakur, and he's young, and I want to see the young guys go in there and reset the game. Like, you know, like Shakur is the head of the restart as far as, oh, I'm undisputed and yada yada yada. I mean, yeah, he did win.
You mean Devin is the head of the undisputed?
No, as far as the reset, I mean, like, for the young guys coming up, like, you know, because the older guys who've been winning for a long time, they are outpricing. I mean, not outpricing stuff, but I'm just mean, like, for instance, like you just said with Tank Davis, he makes a lot of money for doing a little bit of nothing. You know, not you know what I mean. Right. So like he's with the Errol Spence's and the what's his name with the ponytail, Keith Thurman's, who keep on saying, I don't want to fight unless I'm making a whole lot of money. But we ain't seen you fight in like 4 or 5 years. Like, what the fuck? We want the entertainment. So, like, we have to reset the game. So, as far as that goes, like, I want to see Shakur win. But at the same time, he's been on Twitter talking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why me as a fan, I'm like, that whole Shakir Twitterson is funny to me because now he's been humbled because you went out there and you believed your own hype. And that may be what's going on. He may have had an injury. You know how I feel about injuries, the whole claim. That's an easy claim. But with all of that, you went out there and no matter what, we saw your poor ass performance. And like we said, it was on Thursday. I had to work a 12-hour shift, which is really like 15 for me. And I rushed home to see that shit. And I nodded off like 3 times because that shit was so fucking boring. And you didn't do what you said you was going to do against somebody who's not even considered elite when we consider elite. So maybe we jumped the gun a little bit, and he fell under the pressure of that because you walking out there with fucking Andre Ward and fucking Crawford, right?
Boy,
like you about to do the motherfucking thing. You going out there to Boosie and all that kind of shit. Like, I'm about to fuck this. Like, you about to tear a nigga face off. and you went out there and jumped 10 steps back every time that nigga put his fucking jab out there to you.
Yeah.
Admitted you were scared. I mean, it's kind of weird.
I didn't hear that clip. Where did he say that at? And what exactly did
Oh,
he mean?
he implied that he was scared when he said that motherfucker was scared too. You know, I don't think I said it verbatim, but you know, he said it in so many words.
Oh,
Well,
because
that's the thing.
he was scared.
Yes, sir.
So like that's the thing. Like him and De Los Santos, it's like they were too much of the same fighter, and they were doing the same thing the whole fight. That's the reason why I made it a stinker. Like De Los Santos wasn't really pressuring him like he really should have because
He's made a stinker.
a stinker. That shit, they stunk up the stadium. Niggas was like, I've never watched a fight where they go, Canelo. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Canelo's not even in his weight division. Like, what's going on? Like, and then they said, like, who else were they chanting? They were booing him. I mean, women were throwing their drawers into the fucking ring. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, damn, this is not really good at all. This is horrible. But go ahead. I know you got a call.
They chanted Canelo.
Are you good? I'm getting the I gotta
Yeah,
get the
they did to Canelo. Yeah.
Here, let me plug him in real quick. Y'all go ahead. Let me grab this plug.
That was weird.
They were chanting Canelo.
I didn't even
Yeah,
catch
like
that.
not
I don't hear the
what?
noise. That's why I turned off. I put it on mute. I didn't even know they were chanting Canelo.
I usually do. And I was watching another broadcast at the same time. But they were like Canelo, like 3 minutes in. Canelo. And then they stopped and they started chanting someone else. And then they started chanting Canelo again. I'm like, these motherfuckers is drunk. Or like they're like, what the fuck? Like,
maybe they were watching the Grand Prix because Canelo was at the Grand Prix.
Oh,
he was. Yeah, because his buddy is one of the racers that's doing good for Mexico, so he was watching the race.
I could buy that. I could buy that.
Maybe they're on their phones, you know. I don't know.
Like, never have I ever heard that. Like, you know,
me neither.
Like,
that's it. You know.
Watch it again.
Out of all
like,
names,
like,
Canelo, like, huh?
Canelo. I was like, what
maybe it was in the
fuck?
stands or something. I don't know.
Right.
Shit.
That was
That's
kind of
funny.
weird. I was like, I've never seen that. This is horrible. I can't believe I rushed home to see this.
Maybe it was like a projection, you know, see it, speak it, believe it type shit.
Projection of what?
And maybe they were wishing Canelo was in there. I don't know.
I guess.
No, I don't know.
Or maybe.
Yeah, no, but that's interesting.
The free cervezas, right? Like,
yeah, maybe too many beers.
You know, because you get there a little early. Like, I've been there at a fight, and I didn't realize, like, oh, you don't have to be here this early. I was like at the prelims and shit. So by the time, like, I was at the Fury Wilder 2. By the time the main event came, shit, I was a little toasty. So or maybe it was toasted.
That happens, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
They got their money. I mean, they didn't get their money's worth. And then people were leaving in the middle of the fight. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
and then too, it didn't help it that. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. Finish what you were saying. I just want to know if y'all can hear Jerry. Just say 1, 2. Okay. Y'all can't hear him.
No.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. And then what didn't help it too was the Quentin Randall Brian Norman Jr. fight. Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a stinker too.
Nah, y'all gonna leave my guys alone now. They threw more punches than the main event now.
Well, I'm not criticizing either fighter because they're doing
criticism
their
is okay. I ain't mad at it. They deserve all of it.
And I honestly didn't see it. I was listening to it on the way home, so I didn't see it. But
I wish I didn't see it. And this just is more directed towards Quentin Randall because like I hadn't watched a lot of them before this fight. I haven't watched Brian Norman, not too much either.
Yeah, he asked for this.
Ooh.
He asked for this. He went on a campaign. All right. I'm sorry. Jerry, 1, 2 now. Can we get a 1, 2 from Jerry?
1, 2, 1, 2.
There we go. Got him plugged up.
You got that. Alrighty.
All right. Let's do it. Coming to the stage, I got my guy Jerry, the Terror Tasker from BMO. Silence. Nah, it's too early. We're gonna be back for Thanksgiving.
Silence.
All right,
I just recently saw that episode again on YouTube. That shit's hilarious.
Oh, Dragonfly Jones.
Yeah,
got his ass whooped at the ATM.
He's at the ATM machine.
He said, "This is my money." That motherfucker beat his ass. Talk to me, Jerry. What's on your mind?
I agree with you, Mark. There's probably a lot of piling on, especially considering that big heavyweight card that's been announced, Usyk Fury. We got a big card at the end of the week. And Shakur is taking a whole lot of heat for that, man. And but I got to say, that's it, to me, is a good thing, man. As boxing fans, we got to call these fighters out. That was a non-performance. It wasn't a bad night or a bad fight just because it was a total non-performance. If you're injured that bad that you can't perform at all, then you probably shouldn't fight. And if you do, be prepared to take that type of backlash. Now, Tank Davis, I'm a big Tank fan. Right here from Baltimore, Tank is. And I knew about Tank even before he got famous. But guess what? Lots of people here, myself included, we're on Tank's ass, man, because we're tired of the bullshit. We're tired of him not fighting. There's way too much talent down there at 135 and 140 for him to just continually not face these guys. So he needs to be called out. Shakur is getting what he got coming to him. And what it does do is it takes and puts a little shine on Devin Haney because, I mean, I'm not going to overcredit him for the Kambosos fights, but he did go to Australia. Kambosos, in my mind, has never been a top 5 lightweight. But nonetheless, he did have the belt, and he got him on us, and he did go there. Then he fought Lomachenko, and now he's fixing to fight Regis Prograis, and you know that ain't some super payday, but he deserves credit for that. And when fighters deserve credit, we got to give it to them. But when they don't deserve credit and they deserve to be criticized, as boxing fans, that's what we should do, in my opinion.
But Jerry, you kind of doing the same thing, and like we dismissing guys' accomplishments. Kambosos wasn't top 5 in my opinion, but he got the shot because he was number 1 in the IBF. Number 1. He beat Mickey Bay. He beat all those guys in front of him. He went on the road to get it. Got to give him credit for that.
I just did. No. Credit.
No. I'm talking about Kambosos' credit for how he got it. And the guy he beat, he went in there and whooped his ass. Dropped him in the first. He got dropped later on, but he recovered well and kept winning the fight.
He won. Yes, he did.
But the same guys who tear. Hold on, but people, the guys who make it. Look, people pick and choose when they make excuses for their dudes, man. The guys, Teofimo Lopez fans, they always say, well, Tio shouldn't have been in there anyway. He had a hole in his throat size of a golf ball. He almost died.
Not in his throat.
Errol Spence shouldn't have been in there. He didn't look the same. Errol was weight trained. He almost died in there too. Excuses.
Well,
hey, look, if you're a Loma fan, you say Loma won the fight. Well, Devin didn't even win that fight. Loma got robbed. You get what I'm saying?
I do, but I'm going
like,
on.
Wouldn't it make more sense? I was like, wouldn't it make more sense to rob Haney since it's his last fight on the contract and Top Rank keep all the belts there? Huh? Nobody answers that for me. For the people say, well, they robbed Loma. I'm like, well, why would they rob Loma? Like, you got him. Devin's leaving. Keep Loma.
Well, I said the same thing, but I stand on what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
We gotta. When you fight a couple times a year, it don't matter if it's on a Thursday night. You only fight a couple times a year. That was a world title fight. There's really no excuse for that type of performance because I think Foodie alluded to the same thing. I don't think I've ever seen a fight where a fighter lost or performed poorly and didn't make some sort of excuse. That's what they do. And now, how many times is it legitimate? Probably a lot of times they're injured. Most fighters fight injured almost every time now. We know this. Broken hands, busted hands. This is the life of a fighter. But my thing is you know, if you're going to get in there and you're going to perform like that, to me, that wasn't a bad night. What I've seen Lopez have against Kambosos is what I would call a bad night. It was a good fight, but he had a bad night because I think 9 out of 10 times he beats Kambosos. But that to me anyway, that one time it was Cambo's night. And I'm not discrediting him, but his world ranking was way down. It was like 23 or something like that.
Is that a Jerry fact or actual fact?
Well, you can look it up. He was the IBF #1 contender, but who did he really beat? Who really did he beat to get that?
I can tell you in a quick second because I got my Googles. Go ahead.
Former champion Elise Elby.
I know he beat Mickey Bay.
Mickey Bay.
Yeah, he had a real close fight with Mickey Bay. That's about all I can think of.
You said close fight with Mickey. Hey, look, Jerry, you know how we say it over here. What do I still got the drop?
Almost doesn't count.
There we go. Yeah, man. Almost don't count. Close, no. Close don't get it.
Well, I mean, that's
and it was set up for Mickey Bay to get back in position.
Well, that's great to say, but almost is something that gets talked about a lot in boxing terms. Or else, if we didn't talk about almost, we would have nothing to talk about. My point is this:
don't give my boy Deuce Times in the chat no kind of gas, because that's what he called boxing talk. He's like, y'all might as well call it hypothetical talk.
Well, a lot of it is assumptuous, of course, and a whole bunch of it's opinionated. I'm giving my opinion. I'm not giving your opinion.
Yes, sir.
But I do remember them talking about his world ranking, and it was low. Regardless, this really ain't about Kambosos necessarily, because I've never seen him in a bad fight. You see, and that's what I.
No. Maxie Hughes, that was a bad fight, and he got the victory.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, I think he lost the fight, but I didn't think it was a bad fight.
It was a terrible
fight. I just thought he lost.
Hold up, when you say bad fight, and that's another thing people are getting mixed up. When we say bad fight, you got to blame both opponents. I mean, both competitors. When you say bad fight, now when you say bad performance, bad performance, that can go to either way. But whoever lost, trust me, they had the worst performance. Does that make sense?
Well, when I say bad fight, what I mean is somebody didn't come to fight at all.
Maxie Hughes definitely came to fight in that night. Maxie Hughes was tagging his ass all night, and
Kambosos did too. And Kambosos did too, but he lost, in my opinion.
He was missing.
Most opinion of most people.
And so did he.
See, don't miss the force because
okay. See, are you talking about bad fights or a poor individual performance? Because the performance is individual. I mean, I think Puro said something too. I don't know if y'all saying the same thing or different things. What do you tell me again, Jerry? I'm getting old too.
A bad fight. What I call a bad fight is when somebody is thinking out the joint. They're not trying.
Okay, but it's two people. So you mean both guys? You mean both guys, right?
Well, it takes two. There's no question about that.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
Two to make a bad fight, and De Los Santos deserves some criticism. Also, he certainly does. However, De Los Santos. Can I finish?
No, I'm being facetious. No, the reason why I say that because I think Karma said it best. She said De Los Santos had the perfect opportunity to win and did not take it.
Right.
It was his fight to lose. Right. I mean, it's Shakur's fight to lose. He's the A side. He the favorite. It was a coronation for him. De Los Santos supposed to push the action.
If a guy's going to jump 4 feet out of position every time you throw a jab,
you better jump with him.
Santos was more engaged in the fight.
Change the formula
in the fight.
Yep.
And that's why Shakur's getting the criticism.
He did the same thing for 12 rounds. He tried to double pump the jab. Shakur would jump back with the first double pump, with the first pump. De Los Santos didn't have another tool in the box. Follow him out. Keep following him. Keep pressing him.
What he didn't want to do was to take an unreasonable risk and jump in and maybe get knocked out.
Okay, there you have it. Then.
Time and time
again. That was his choice.
He would do the same thing.
That was a fight he fought.
He get knocked out with a guy who's strong.
Here's
fast.
the key difference.
Go for it.
De Los Santos, by your own admission, was the sixth option. He wasn't the guy coming in with the shine on the verge of trying to get a new contract.
Right, but what does that have to do with his performance?
No, that doesn't mean he isn't who he is, though.
Well, right, he is who he is, and Stevenson is who he is. A guy who just recently turned down a shot to fight for all 4 titles in the division in one fight.
Yes,
here we go. That's a narrative, Jerry. He didn't turn it down. He went to the WBC to push the purse bid. He didn't leave the division.
No, he turned it down.
But he knows the rules.
What's the rules? That's why he went to the WBC for the purse bid. You think that's a lie?
But they never pushed the purse bid, though.
Because Devin left. Remember, they gave Devin 24 hours to decide, which I thought was unfair
too. He turned down Mark because you know,
Remember
the
that
reason,
Devin, he got 24 hours to decide what he's gonna do.
yeah.
do it.
Why does he make the rules? Because the thing is, like, when Devin beat Loma and they were at that pool party and he sent over that bottle girl talking about sign the contract. There wasn't even a fucking contract to sign. Like, you clout chased, and that's the reason why he got that name, Shakira Twitterson. Because
That's very true.
like, what are you talking about? What contract? Now you're trying to put it on. You got a camera there. You're trying to put it on Twitter so everybody. So now it's the people's decision. It's people in the It's a popularity contest. So
Yeah.
he fucking now he realized that he's
You're right though. I don't look. I
reaping
don't
what he
agree with it.
sowed in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree with his actions, but you are right.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
don't
just
buy
saying
any of
he's
it,
a
though.
young dude. He's a young dude. He got a lot to learn. He got humbled because he didn't fight the fight that he should have fought in his last one. And now you got to fucking like you're sitting there with the WBC belt on in the locker room, pouting like a grown jerk.
I was gonna say that.
know, just pouting. And it's all good, but you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. Same with De Los Santos. You talking about this, that, and the third, yeah, and we don't want to see. I don't want to see a rematch. People talking about a rematch for what? For what?
With Shakur and De Los Santos.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, I don't see that shit.
Okay, go ahead, Jerry. What was you saying though? Sorry to cut you off.
Well, my biggest point is this: we gotta praise the fighters when they deserve it, and it's fair to criticize them when they deserve it. Canelo Alvarez catching a lot of heat for not fighting Benavidez, and I've been a Canelo fan his whole career, but I'm right there with everybody else, man. Stop bullshitting and fight the guy that the people want you to see. You can't expect these fighters to fight the very top guy every time out. Boxing doesn't work like that, and we know that. But like I say, my bigger point is, yeah, praise them when they deserve it and criticize them when they... And he's getting criticized. I mean, the last couple of days, I mean, it's just been a whirlwind. People are really taken back by that performance. Now, I know that fighters have a bad night. I know that. But, you know, there was something particularly rotten about that performance, man. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in a title fight. It was just a...
You ever heard of a guy called Rigondeaux?
Yeah, I've seen Rigondeaux. There's been other.
It actually broke that record, Mark.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's been
Pure
other
records were made to be broken. Somebody had to break it.
Facts.
What they need to do with him, if you ask me, is they need to get him back in the ring quickly against somebody he can look sensational against and get this taste out of people's mouth.
Yeah,
Let me
ask y'all this too, because here's the thing: you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. I'm gonna play. Y'all know me; I like to play the devil's advocate. Boots Ennis went in there, threw a whole bunch of punches. Karen Kukajan had him spinning around doing the windmill and the tornado. You get what I'm saying? And people criticizing Boots. They threw him under. You get what I'm saying? This is Shakur's term at the chopping block. Now, granted, people are saying this the worst ever. Like, come on, man. I mean, we can do some research and look and find some bad performances, but the problem is we forget about the bad performances and we move on.
Yep. And the thing is,
a lot of people.
But at least he fought his fucking title.
I'm not so sure about that, Mark.
I know I'm right. Here we go. Even
do.
to this day, that Carlos Baldomir fight, Floyd got crucified for that fight. Now, history is kind to Floyd because he finished undefeated. And after he fought Baldomir, the very next guy he fought was the guy Baldomir beat, Zab Judah. So people forget about that. But that performance was trash. Well, actually, it was trash to all the people in the media because you like, man, you can hit the guy anytime you want. And Floyd would just pop shot and moved on him for 12 rounds.
You gotta watch that fight again because I don't remember it being that trash. But
go back and watch it though. Go back and watch it.
Look at the Floyd versus Pacquiao fight though.
Yeah,
that was even worse.
The Floyd Pacquiao fight. They killed them dudes for that.
Worse.
At that level, yeah, and that some might say that's worse than De Los Santos and Shakur because
for sure.
Because both guys
like
are way more accomplished
than
either one of them, and both of them was like had an unwritten agreement. It seemed like damn, you won't do too much, I won't do too much.
Yeah, you can make that argument, you know, especially since it costs so much money. Made so much money.
Come on, bro. Like, so I'm
Yeah,
saying
that was the first one. That was the first fight I went to a bar because I'm like, I ain't paying that shit for that. After all this time,
Foodie,
I'm gonna pay my little $20.
people forget how they felt about Mayweather and Pacquiao. Like, that wasn't that long ago. And that cost more. This was a free fight on a Thursday night that nobody had to pay for and nobody went to.
Right, but to be fair, a lot of the people who are making making a lot of the harshest criticisms are people who don't watch the fight regularly. So I disregard them. I was just on a panel tonight, and as soon as I mentioned certain fighters from certain, they just cut me off. I'm like, it's all good, you know. I'm saying the truth hurts, but you will live to see the truth. I don't have to prove nothing to you. I don't get paid from any of these people.
Right.
That's why I say.
Can I just ask what fighter's name you said?
Right back.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jerry.
Because one of the ways to get people to forget is just what you mentioned. Floyd went and fought Zabit, and that was an electrifying fight, and even had almost a brawl. And it's really, to me, it's unfair to compare Floyd to Stevenson at this point, and what may have transpired in a bad performance. Hold on a second, let me finish.
Yes,
simply because the two just don't equate necessarily. But the best way to make people forget is to give them something else to remember, which is exactly what Floyd did. That's why I think, because we know Shakur Stevens is a good fighter. He's a way better fighter than that. I have seen him fight like that before, and that's concerning to me. If he gets in there with someone he considers dangerous, if that's what he's going to do, he ain't never going to get any big fights. Nobody's going to want to get in the ring with him unless the promoter seriously overpays somebody, which is unlikely because he's not that popular. Fights like that ain't going to make him popular. So I would get him back, get him in there, and a couple fights, even if he's got to take a little pay cut, and tell him, look, man, look sensational. You got to get this taste out of people's mouth. Because this ain't 1963 where people get a little bit of info on boxing in the newspaper every month. This is the YouTube day of boxing. And judging by what's happened since the fight, people ain't going to forget no time soon. This is a different era.
Yeah,
it's going to have to give them something to forget about.
But Jerry, couple things I want to unpack real quick. You're right. This isn't 1963. You will probably be telling people,
go back to your country, white power.
You know what I'm saying? So, little joke, little racial humor. I like a little racial humor. Because takes the edge. He said, I know you do, nigga. Well played, Blackie. But Jerry, no, seriously,
wow.
Man. Jerry, it's not. I toy shit. We joke. We had the Mexican joke with you. Shit, I made black jokes on me and my audience all the time. So shit, y'all got to get some too.
No problem,
all right, Pure up there trying to over sensationalize. Wow, I'm gonna clip this. You better not call me that though. All right, here we go.
Exactly. That's why I said wow.
All right, here we go. But seriously though, Jerry, when it comes down to what you're saying, I get it, but we've had bad performance, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're 1,000% right, and that's historically what happens. You get what I'm saying? You get after Boots had Karen Gugajan, you know what he got? He got a flat-footed, come forward, power puncher, knockout artist named Roman Vila, and he did what Boots do. You get what I'm saying? And people forget about the Karen Kuka. Well, not yet, but years down the line, people will forget. And same thing, people forget about Floyd fighting Carlos Baldemir because the next fight was Zab Judah. Like, this happens. This happens where people go in there and think you're going to get one thing and you don't get it. What I'm saying is the guy is so early in the career, but more importantly, we don't have to fall down this Spence Crawford, let's divide the whole space up shit again. Don't fall into the trap, yo. Don't fall into the trap. Because for the same, look, they just did the same. They're doing the same thing for every guy. It's the same teams or different crews, but they do the same thing. So anything Shakur does is bad. Anything Devin does is bad. Anything Tank does is bad. And then to flip it around, those same guys, anything he does is great. Now, out of all of these guys, we can agree Tank Davis had the better performance probably this year, right? He knocked out Ryan Garcia, but
and the other one,
Hector Garcia,
yeah,
Ryan and Hector. But then some would say, But it's Hector and Ryan. Hector coming up in weight. You weight drain Ryan ain't no world champion or on the championship level. So you get what I'm saying? So it's criticism there. Devin Haney, you robbed Lomachenko. He got robbed. I was like, man, that was a close fight. It was a damn good fight. And it was a close fight, but it was a good fight. Nope, fuck that. I was like, he didn't even do what y'all thought he was going to do with jab and grab. Y'all don't even give him credit. Nobody talks about that. Devin Haney did not do the jab and grab style that y'all thought you was going to get. Nope. And it ended up being a great fight. Yeah. The pay-per-view numbers don't reflect it because people thought they knew they was going to get what they was going to get.
But what's so funny about that, Mark, is that like in the second camp. Okay.
Rule of thirds. Let me say two more. You thought you knew what you was going to get with Tyson Fury versus Ngannou. You fans, we were wrong again. We thought we knew what we was going to get with Shakur versus De Los Santos. We was wrong. Rule of thirds. Go ahead, Foodie.
No, I was just going to say about the whole, everybody thinks that Devin is going to do the jab and grab. He didn't do the jab and grab with Kambosos. No, he didn't knock him out. But that motherfucker was bloody as hell.
What do you mean by that?
Better. He did better in the second fight than he did the first fight. So that's what made people feel like, okay, yeah, he needs to move up and fight Loma.
Even more the second fight, didn't he?
Even worse, sir.
Even worse, sir.
And I wanted on the record that I knew it was going all 10 versus Tyson. I knew it was going to go 12 with this Shakur fight and the Devin fight. I knew that he was going to jab and grab against Loma.
You knew he wouldn't.
Yeah, because Loma's prepared for that. Like he's hard to clinch.
So that's why I don't want to hear that shit when they're talking about. Oh yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
None of that in your breakdowns, though, Puro, that we was doing on the show.
Yeah. I said I named all those things.
Hey, Devin's not gonna be able to jab and grab with Loma.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, that wouldn't have came out of my mouth because I remember particularly in pause. I particularly in my breakdowns said that like that's why Loma gets injured a lot because he likes to when they try to like clinch him, he likes to use the elbows. Likes to go, down. Like say, give him a little stinger, so make him second guess.
No, I think elbow. I was gonna say I think elbow.
Elbow.
I think Loma gets injured more because he's had a lot of fights and he's a little older. He's not old, but he's old for boxing because he's got a little wear and tear on him, and that's reasonable to.
Also, and he's almost ain't he knocking on 40's door?
No, he's like 35, 36.
I think. If he's 35, that's a knock, Foodie. He's knocking on
in sports. Yes, that's what I mean in sports. Like he's not old, but I say he's old for sports.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Got 300. Well, he's got like 300 amateur fights. So that's old.
And he keeps making these light ass weights. Like Loma's gonna definitely be a guy when we see.
Well, I think he's fighting at his natural weight.
Nah, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a small dude.
He's a small guy. A lot of these guys be small guys, and when you see him after they retire, look how they blow up. Fernando Vargas, look how big he is. He a small guy. Who else?
But I'm saying that's from overeating.
Prince Nassim Hamed?
Yeah, that's from overeating. That's from okay, hold on.
The butterball.
That's not only from overeating. It's because you break your metabolism from forcing yourself down into weight you shouldn't be in. So when you finally get to eat like you should at your own weight, you go over.
Right, like this,
so that's not natural. Like Prince Nassim, he's not at a natural weight. He's overweight. He's way overweight. Like he looks like a fucking Oompa.
A lot of these guys get overweight when they retire, though.
Right, but that's not natural. So I'm saying it's not like they're not blooming up. They're not ballooning up to a natural healthy weight.
No, they're not. They just living their best life as a 40-year-old man.
Right.
40-year-old man.
And it's very easy because they have forced themselves down to. It's like if you.
It's not natural for a grown ass man to weigh 130 pounds, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you they'll say, oh, a woman, or just for instance, a woman looks good. Oh, she looks good. Yeah, she's down to like, she looks small. But if that woman, but you don't realize she might have an eating disorder. And a lot of these fighters, they verge on the side of possible, borderline eating disorders just to make weight, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Jerry.
I think it's fair. In the first Kambosos fight, he did jab and grab. He did a whole lot of that, and the fight was boring, and he got criticized for it. But what he do? He came back in the second fight. It was a whole different fighter. And in the Loma fight, he was on his front foot the whole night. And yeah, it was a close fight, but that's partly why I had Haney winning that fight. He outworked Lomachenko, and he did the more solid work. Loma had the better moments in the fight, especially the 10th and the 11th. But throughout the entirety of the fight, Haney, he heard those criticisms, and he decided, at least what I'm assuming, to do something about it, to make himself a little bit more marketable and eye-pleasing. So I thought both the second Kambosos fight was a great performance from him, contrary to the one prior. And see, but that's what I'm saying. He gave people a reason to forget about that. And that's kind of what people have done to a degree. Now, when you talk about it on a larger scale, like what you may hear on the internet, that's just the age that we're living in, man. And I'm like you. I've tried to listen to some of them shows, and it's just nauseating, man. They keep beating the same horse. They wind up getting into arguments that are so loud that nobody can. That's why I like your show so much. It gets a little feisty on here, but you rein shit in so we can have an intelligent conversation, even if we get a little fiery. But yeah, I mean, again, let's praise the fighters when they deserve it. And if fighters are avoiding fights when there's a lot of talent, like Tank Davis is, when fighters are avoiding a long-time top contender like Canelo is, hey, man, whether we like them or not, that's what, and I think that speaks to your point, Mark, because I think what you're saying is when people like a fighter, he can do nothing wrong, and when they don't like a fighter, he can do nothing right.
What up? Right about that. What's up, Rach?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Just listening.
Hey, look, she up there she said Vargas was on Moesha. Leave him alone. He don't get no black card for that shit.
No, he got to be on Moesha. Leave him alone.
What he do on Moesha? I ain't never heard of it.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
I want to hear that.
What the hell was Vargas doing on Moesha?
I don't know. You tell me. Apparently, you didn't watch it. So apparently, I was more of a fan than you were.
I was definitely in them streets when Moesha was on. I was out there. I was fucking up. I was on an early path to ruining my life. Talk to me. What did I miss? I remember Kobe Bryant being on Moesha.
How you gonna remember he was on Moesha and not Vargas?
Because it's Kobe fucking Bryant.
Then you're not that big of a boxing fan.
Nah, I just
go do that. Dun-dun.
I got a drop for you. Here you go. You said
put a case on you, Mark.
Right.
Yeah, put a case on you.
I'm gonna put a slap on her. Slap! Up here trying to give Fernando Vargas a black card because he was on Moesha. Nigga, Mo to the E to the Moesha. Love the song.
No, I mean
Brandy was hot too, man. She was on top of the world, man. Pun intended. But what we're talking about too, Rachel, is this. Just to give you a relapse. A recap, excuse me. I said relapse like he was an addict or something. Here's cocaine. It's Thanksgiving. You can do one line. It's only funny to me. I don't know why, because I know I'm gonna see one of them uncles or aunties at the damn dinner in a couple of days. They're gonna be like, "Hey,
damn, that's some party, Mark. Can I go?
Got something right here for you, nephew." Like, no, I'm good. We're gonna party like we used to. I was like, I never partied with you like that, huh? What you talking about? We can do it now. I'm like, I'm good, man. Grandma, come get your son. Nigga got cocaine in your bathroom. Those were the days, man. Rest in peace to my grandma, man. All right, here we go. Fans, we got a good fight coming up this weekend. David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. We also get to finally see a return of Jermall Charlo. And I was telling people about this fight. I said, believe it or not, I'm gonna make this a topic. Probably this will be my topic in a couple of days. But I'm gonna just give y'all a little preview. I was like, you know who got the most to prove on the card? People was like, Jermall Charlo. I was like, nah, actually, Jose Benavidez got the most to prove right now. Even though a world title ain't on the line, he lost all his fights when he fought world champions and, that next level of guy. From Danny Garcia to Terrence Crawford, like he lost to those guys, those big, when all the eyes are on you. he couldn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get it done. And the key, and that movement was that's the key to him. You stand in front of him, trade, you give him a chance to win. If you know how to hit, move, turn them, and you got to turn them though. You can't just step around on him. You literally got to turn him to, you start putting that wear and tear on his body. Nigga fights in a knee brace, goddamn. Like, come on, man. You get what I'm saying? So I said all that to say this. He's never been a world champion. Jermall has. His brother has. Demetrius Andre had. He's never tasted that. And even now, that belt is not on the line. But maybe the people inside know something we don't know. Does Jermall Charlo look weight drained to y'all? Look, I mean, like the eyes look sunken in, the cheeks, like the lips look ashy as hell on this one right here when you see him smiling.
And black.
Foodie, you see them ashy ass lips. That nigga ashy on the lip. That nigga dehydrated.
He look these images. Something looks wrong.
Weight drain. I think it's the alcohol that he lied and said that he don't be drinking.
You think he's still drinking and trying to lose weight while he's still drinking during training camp?
I've been drinking. No, he don't have to be drinking during camp, but it's the effects of like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 years of drinking at his age. It starts to catch up with him.
Yeah, he looked darker and everything, don't he? I was like, maybe it's the lighting. I was looking at the shadows of his hoodie, and the shadows all drop shadows.
The eyes
but
and lips
his lips is, and he kept licking his tongue out. When I did my reaction to this video, it's on Patreon, by the way. Y'all check it out. I did a full reaction to this Brian Custon interview, and I'm sitting there looking at this dude. I'm like, halfway through the end, I was like, yo, is it just me or this nigga licking his lips too much and he got his tongue hanging out and this is my we know. I know I got a Filipino, an Asian woman on the phone, got a Mexican on the line as well, and we got a white guy. But Foodie.
And a honky.
You said a honky. I ain't say honky.
You did not say that.
No, Jerry. Look, but since you said it, I'm gonna let it fly. Now I'm not gonna say it on that. I don't like that. I don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I like a little racial.
You said you like old racial humor too. I know. Most of your friends are Nicaraguans. Just you can say their nationality, and you sneak one in. All right, but look, man, but Foodie, you know nigga lips when you see him. This ashy as hell. This nigga is either dehydrated, ain't got no Carmax, like
Carmax.
What I said Carmax, didn't I?
Yeah.
Baked to me.
What I said Carfax.
You said Carmax.
It's Carmex, ain't it?
Yeah.
Carmex.
I like Carmex.
Go ahead.
He does look high though. He looks big.
Can we get a medical professional's analysis of this too?
Yeah, well, when you have dark rings around your eyes, and they're sunken in like that, it's usually from dehydration, and it's not just from water, or it's not just from not using lotion, but it's usually from the inside out. Sometimes that is from like trying to make weight or whatever, but I think it's because of his lifestyle. And one funny thing before you get to, I know you're gonna go over the interview, but one funny thing that he kept on he did allude to is that his brother used to always talk about the company he was keeping. And he did say, like, yeah, I was hanging around the wrong people because, he would get on live and be drunk and all that kind of shit. And so we'll go from there.
All right, Rachel, let me ask you, do you think it's possible? I know we talked about guys like draining out too early, right? You're a trainer. Mm-hmm. Let's go to another profession, then we're going to get in with some bullshit after that, me, Jerry, and Puro. No, Jerry, Puro, and I. See, I gotta be on my P's and Q's around y'all. Go ahead, Rachel. Is it possible he could be drying out too early? Like, cause this interview didn't come out today. Today's Wednesday. This interview came out Monday? So that means they probably recorded it days or weeks earlier.
I mean, like, that's the question: is when did they do this interview? Because I mean, the last week of you call it camp or whatever, fight week is what we call it. that's literally when they're cutting. That's when they don't drink, they don't eat. So it's dependent on when he did this. If he did this a couple weeks ago, and you guys feel like he looks dehydrated already, then yeah, it's way too damn early. If it's even Monday, I feel like it's still too early. Tuesday, Wednesday, which is when most of the reporters do their interviews, because on experience, most of the interviews are conducted the week of the fight, which I don't completely agree with. Most of the fighters don't like to freaking do interviews the week of the fight, because literally you get the same interview questions from God knows how many reporters over and over and over and over and again. And they're dehydrated, they're not eating, they're trying to cut weight. So if this is this week, like, I'm not really that concerned, because this is the week. It literally is the week you start cutting out food. Today, Wednesday, Thursday would be the days that you start cutting out water. So I'm not too concerned if it was this week. Now, again, if this was 3 weeks ago, then yeah, 100% I'd be concerned. So I don't know when this interview was conducted.
All right. I was gonna pass it around real quick. You go ahead, Foodie. You can go ahead real quick.
I was gonna say real quick, like most of us I saw this today, so this definitely couldn't have been just this week, because I think it came out, I don't know, before the weekend.
Yeah, it came out, like I said, on Monday. So, I know Brian Custer, how he likes to do. He'll record something a while earlier and then release it later. So this could have been as early as or like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You get what I'm saying? Because I know he likes to record stuff and then he puts it out later. And I remember one time he put out an interview. It was after the fight, but the fight, that guy ended up not even fighting or some shit, like, or it might have been one of them Adrian Broner interviews he ended up having, but Adrian Broner fight didn't happen, so he just ended up putting the interview out later. But it was some shit like that. $1 Million did that too. They had an Adrian Broner video. Adrian Broner ended up changing opponents a couple times, and then the fight ended up not happening, but they ended up dropping the interview later. I said all that to say this, Jerry. You are the person that I know that has Jose Benavidez beating this guy, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
All right. He talked about ring rust. He talked about a lot of things. I don't know if you can see the screen, but how does he look to you even in this clip and these screenshots? You say he looks good?
No good.
Oh, okay. Elaborate. Go ahead. You got the floor, and then we'll go back to Puro and open it up.
Complexion, I mean, he has complexion. Yes, something looks different there. I'm not really sure what it is. I know that I'm going against the grain here and picking an upset. If you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would have easily picked Charlo at the odds that they got him favored in this fight, and he may still win like that. I know I'm going out on a limb picking Benavidez, but everything I've seen from Jermall in the last couple of years, man, that's what it's been. 30 months, 2.5 years, man. That's a retirement. And like I said before, it's not like he was out because he was injured and had some fights fall through. He's been out for all the wrong reasons. And between his physical look and also probably had to factor in some too, his whole persona, it don't look right, man. It just don't look right. So upsets happen routinely in boxing. Benavidez has failed the 2 times he fought for the title, but to me, that doesn't bother me that bad, because you know what? He fought Bud Crawford and he fought Danny. Danny's still a good fighter. I don't see any real shame in losing to those guys. So if you fight 2 good fighters, one really good fighter for the title, and you lose, I'll take that over a guy who fights a bum for a title in this Ford Boyle era. And then you're going to call him, oh, this guy's a world champion. Yeah, but look who he fought. You see what I'm saying? Rolly Romero is a good example in my estimation. So, you know, Ryan Garcia, he fought the linchpin of the 135-pound division. Even if he would have beat Tank, he still wouldn't have been a champion because the title wasn't on the line, just like this fight right here. But no, in short or long, I don't think he looks good. And no, I don't like that long ass layoff. He's been out for the wrong reasons, and I just feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he won, but I'm not going to be surprised that if he loses. And I'm picking Benavidez. But you make a really good point about Benavidez and his bum leg. If you turn him, which is what Jermall at his best, he could beat the crap out of him. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't have to engage him. The only way Benavidez can really fight is if Jermall can't fight like he used to. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that 100%. If he's got a little bit of movement, he'll be able to beat him, no problem. But that's what we're going to have to see. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I know that. Okay, I'm looking forward to that fight. But I got a piece of breaking news, at least for me.
Oh, Lord.
Looks like his brother vacated the IBF belt.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading here. Yeah,
wow.
Instead of fighting that mandatory.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he did. Yep.
He said, I ain't giving none of y'all niggas no chance to be. Well, that might be a good thing then. That means he might be fighting Tim Tszyu next. Or either Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Or he might be staying at 168.
Oh yeah. Or going to 160. Well, no, he only vacated one of them, right?
Only one of them.
Now he's down 2 now.
It's two now.
No.
True.
When he got stripped, this one.
Yeah, but he's down 2 belts.
No. But he still got 2 belts. That means he might be fighting Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, not likely.
I think fighting Tim Tszyu or Crawford or anybody else is more than the guy he was about to fight for the IBF.
But you released the interview with Lil Wayne where Crawford says he's not interested in fighting him.
Well, take Crawford out of the way. Tim Tszyu still want to fight him, and that's way more money. And it's
Crawford has actually changed his tune as well.
Crawford is going to fight Tim Tszyu after he beats Spencer.
No, I'm saying, but in the interim, Jermall, my point. Never mind. I don't. Maybe I'm not saying it right.
But also saw like.
Go ahead, Pierre.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I also saw an interview where Crawford is like changed his stance on fighting Jermall.
When? Because we were just watching the when did the interview with Lil Wayne drop off of because I saw it on Apple Music and then
it dropped this week like Sunday or Monday, but it didn't. I don't know when they recorded it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could.
He's been standing on the square about that. Like he said that the night of the fight with Canelo. And then he reiterated it again that he does not want to fight him. He's not interested in him.
Yeah, I just saw that clip of
the one at the Shakur fight. Right? Now that was the most recent one I saw with him. But I did hear him say it's still a possibility. But that was the interview he did at the Shakur fight.
Yeah, which just happened, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it was next though. I don't know if he was talking about doing next.
Okay, I got you. But I mean, like before, like Foodie was saying though, he was like, yeah, I don't want to fight him no more.
Yeah. And then I think that was the interview when he said, man, I just was that the interview or was he talking about Canelo or Charlo? But it was one of those. He was like, man, I just be talking sometime, man. I might change my mind. And people killed him for that.
Well, I'm glad.
And they killed him. They was like, oh, no, how you believe somebody like Terrence Crawford to tell you I do this and I say this, I change. I'm like, nigga, you've been trying to lose the same 20 pounds for 20 years. Get the fuck out of here. Like
I'm glad that, bud.
You get what I'm saying? Like people act like people ain't human. But go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, because because he's human, right? And this is what I've seen. Bud Crawford made a lot of personal beef with Charlo. Like he disliked him. He called him Spencer's cheerleader and this and that. He was saying that he wanted to fight him. He was even talking shit to him while he was beating up his buddy. But he stopped saying that he wanted to fight him when the WBO stripped him.
No. It was when he lost. No. It was when he lost. No. Jerry, that's wrong. He said that when he let me tell you. You can, and this on Twitter, we did an episode about it, so you can go through the archives on this channel or on Twitter. We talked about it because he said, I never fought a guy coming off a loss. Check my record. I never fought nobody coming off a loss. But and he wasn't stripped yet. He just got stripped. The Canelo and Charlo fight was September the 30th. He didn't get stripped till November. He had already said that after the guy lost, so that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, he said after the Canelo fight. He said at the Canelo fight he was no longer interested in fighting him.
The night of.
That night, yes.
And what happened that night? He got stripped of the title.
No,
that was a simultaneous event. It wasn't just like he was saying
coming
that
off,
it was going to happen.
listen, it was coming off the law. It was the loss, bro. Trust me, it's the loss and the performance.
I disagree.
It's the
I think it's when he couldn't get a shot at the undisputed title in one fight. That's when he.
No, it's the performance that Charlo put on.
What happened?
Yeah, I believe it's the performance. I believe that.
It's the performance too.
We knew that
because he was being criticized because he quit. Because Charlo quit.
Even if he got stripped, it would have looked better to fight him when he came back to 154. If he came back to 154, or fighting him at all, if he beat Canelo, like damn,
right?
Yeah,
or if he even had a good fight.
Yeah, it wasn't even a
Crawford
good.
already knew he couldn't fight him for all the titles because he knew he was going to get stripped like a month before.
Yes, Puro, correct.
Everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
So all that personal beef don't mean nothing.
I think he wants to fight him, but he doesn't want to fight him coming off the loss.
Well, it wasn't personal beef until
you fight Tim Tszyu, I'll fight you. You get what I'm saying?
Well, Jerry, it wasn't personal beef until Charlo started cheerleading for Spence before the Spence fight with TBC was made, because he was jumping into an argument that had nothing to do with him. So he's like, "Oh, well, fuck you! I want to fight him, and I'll fight you too."
Of course, he's been beefing with Charlo for a long time now.
Well, it wasn't because he just necessarily wanted to fight him.
You think? Let me just say this: fuck it, let's just keep it a buck. After what Terrence Crawford did to Errol Spence Jr., and Errol was coming off a dominant performance against Ugas, right? We can agree that Ugas performance, some of his best work in a long time. That was his first stoppage in a long time. They called him the eye collector, the bone breaker, the bone collector, whatever, all this goofy shit. Whatever. You can have that.
Bone crusher.
You know what I'm mad at. My G, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's still people out there that don't give him credit for that win. So you imagine him fighting Charlo, coming back down to 154 after getting his ass kicked by Canelo and barely fighting, getting dropped, all of that. They're going to be like, oh, Charlo was a shell of himself. Oh, he came back down from 140. He came back down to fall pound for pound, one of the best. Terrence Crawford, cherry pick Charlo. Like, he would get crucified for whatever what happens in that Charlo fight. And I got him winning. I had him winning before he went up to fight Canelo. Charlo went up to fight Canelo. So when he goes back down, you think they're going to really give him credit? Will he give him credit for that? No, he's not. They don't.
No, that's bullshit. You're going to give... Okay, so if Crawford went up to go and fight Canelo, you're going to give him credit? And if he lost, what are you going to say? Like, he went from 54 to...
And you don't want me to ask you this because you know I'm telling the truth.
Go ahead.
Because you follow some of these channels and you know these guys just like I know these guys. They still won't give Crawford full credit. They don't put all kind of cases on him. The snack case, they said his gloves. They said all kind of shit. Rachel, you know
No, I get that. I get that 100%. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
That's against a prime undefeated Errol Spence. What do you think they're going to say if he fight Charlo's coming off a ass kicking and coming back down in weight from 2 divisions?
That didn't stop
you won't
him
get
from
credit.
Amir Khan.
No,
Amir Khan didn't even have no titles.
Amir Khan won't coming off a loss neither, and especially a loss like that.
He was one fight removed from a loss.
But that I don't take, like, the thing is like that loss, like you going from 54 to 68, like it's not the effing same. We're not talking about the same weight divisions, and yet we're talking about Crawford fighting Canelo.
No, we're talking. Nobody even talking about Crawford fighting Canelo right now. We talking about Crawford fighting Charlo.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. I understand. But if you were to make a if you were to say, okay, well, Charlo didn't win against Canelo, right? And we're saying Crawford at 47 is going to beat Canelo because, well, he's the one that won the fight, quote unquote. So whatever, but not give the credit. Sorry, but not sorry. Credit is due. I'm sorry. 154 going to where Canelo's sitting right now.
We're talking about like 2 or 3 different scenarios.
You're talking about, I don't even know what you must have left the conversation and came back. because nobody's talking about none of that right now.
He lost to a division that wasn't his.
But no, and that's
That's a lot of different scenarios. Yeah.
Nothing to do with what we're
No,
talking
that's not a different scenario. That's like Nonito going up to 135.
Okay, hold on. What, Rachel?
We're not even talking about that.
Yeah, which fight are you talking about that we've discussed?
Charlo versus, like, so you guys are saying that people are discrediting, like, if Crawford fought against Charlo.
Hold on, Mark.
Right?
Yes.
Next, if he fight him right now, coming off the loss.
Yes.
What do you think about that, Rachel? Hold on, real quick, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand.
I believe that it is still justified because it wasn't in the weight that Charlo actually was in, like the championship that he actually held.
So you're thinking that if Crawford fights Charlo at 154, right?
I still think that it is beneficial. Yes.
Okay.
Because of the fact that Charlo fought in a division that wasn't his own.
So I think what you're missing is that what we're saying is that if Charlo is not at 154 right now, he's at 168, right? If he were to fight Charlo at 154, looking at the performance that he had with Canelo, no matter what weight he was at, because he's been calling out for this fight for a long time since they were both at 154. So we're looking at specifically what the fans look at as performance, not all. They just look at the performance. So if Bud wanted to fight him and he beat him at 154, then people would be criticizing his performance because like, oh well, he just came off of a loss. They don't care what weight he was at; he just lost. That's what we're saying.
I understand that, but I think it's bullshit. Because if you went in for a loss at a higher weight division, you still are the champion at the division that you are supposed to be at. So he chased the money. Was that his fault? Yes, I believe so. Did he go for the bag? 100%. Was he supposed to be at that weight? I don't believe so. So I don't think, like, when people discredit someone going for A, the bag, B, someone somewhere that they're not supposed to be, you guys aren't understanding what it takes to actually make the weight at a higher division and what changes when you're taking a punch at a higher weight and what you can actually give at a higher weight. So at the weight that he actually holds the belts, do I feel like that should discredit him because he went up into two different weight divisions?
No.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Now we bring it full circle. That's not what I said, and that's not what I meant. What I'm saying is the fact that he fought a guy in his own weight class who's undefeated, coming off a great performance. He don't get full credit for that. We can agree to that, right, Rachel? It's people out there that don't get credit. So imagine fighting a guy. Imagine what they would say, those same people, if they fight a guy coming off a bad performance, one of his worst performances, matter of fact, the worst performance of his career, and he's losing, people would say that guy was a show. That's what they would say. Because they make excuses for the guy when he fought the creme de la creme, numero uno, undefeated, knockout artist, bone breaker. They make it, he won't right. Something was wrong with him. That's what they say. It's still people out there that won't give Tarver his full credit for Roy Jones. People have revisionist history and they reimagine things, is what I'm saying too, Rach. Like, people in their mind, Roy Jones came down from heavyweight and his first fight was Tarver and he got knocked out and lost. That's not what happened. They fought once and Roy beat him. They fought again and he got knocked out. But in their mind, and the way history gets passed down, people like, yeah, Roy Jones, yeah, he shouldn't have came back down and weight, man, fought Tarver. I'm like, he fought and won.
And those are the Roy Jones haters that say that.
Like, no, those are Tarver haters. Those are Roy Jones lovers, and they make excuses for it.
Oh yeah,
he had already came back down and weight, fought the man and won. He got knocked out in the rematch the second time he fought him. So all of that, where he came back down in weight, and that's how he lost. Well, he had already fought him, came back down in weight and won. What happened in the second fight? So the weight one, like, give that man his credit.
Yeah,
I figured him out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like with Charlo, like he didn't get knocked out. He went 2 divisions higher and didn't get knocked out. So
barely.
I get what you're saying because
he didn't engage too much neither.
Right. He didn't even fight. So that's the criticism. So we're looking at it as
before Shakur fought, Charlo had the worst performance of the year. People's gonna say
right. Absolutely.
He had the worst performance because we what we expected of Canelo to do to him. That's why we have expectations of fighters
we expected him to engage more.
Right.
Because he talked all that shit for about.
I didn't expect him to win. I never expected him to win. We expected him to fight and at least give it a chance because he did. He does have a good chin. Because Canelo knocked him a couple times on his chin, but then he just went back into like defense mode and started running around. So we didn't want to see that kind of fight.
That
so that's
motherfucker tough though. I ain't gonna lie, he tough as hell. He's
tough as hell. Like that. I thought that he was gonna go down on a couple of them chins.
He's definitely in shape. He still got good legs. Pause.
Right. That's what made it even look worse. Like he could have done better.
I understand where you coming from, as in like Charlo deserves credit for even being in the ring with Canelo for 12 rounds.
Agreed. Yeah.
And going up in 2 weights, because guys in the same weight with Canelo didn't make it 12 rounds. So I give him credit for his boxing skills, also his survival skills. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when to hold him, knowing when to fold him, picking your shots, because he did throw punches. You know what I'm saying? He threw some shots.
But a fighter like Bud Crawford doesn't get the grace that he knows that
that's
already.
all I'm saying. And if he beats Charlo and wins, he won't get the credit, like especially like coming off a loss immediate. And that's what we was talking about that Jerry said. Because this how we got here. Jerry said he changed his mind about fighting Charlo once Charlo got stripped of the WBO and he knew he couldn't get all the belts in one swipe.
Well, getting the belts in one swipe is a different move. Like, so
I want the winner. Like, since when people say we'll still fight the loser first.
Let me ask you this, Mark. Let me ask you this. It's the same question I had right after the Spence fight with Bud. Who is Bud going to fight, and who will he get credit for? Because if he fights Zoo and beats Zoo, first they're going to say is Zoo is green. Then if he fights Boots Ennis, which he says he doesn't want to, they'll say Boots was unproven and never was a titleist. He says he doesn't want to fight Charlo now. I've never really heard him mention Tim Zoo. He threw Danny Garcia in there for good measure and Keith Thurman. I want to see more Bud if he's going to continue to fight. I don't really want to see him against second-level guys. He is the pound-for-pound guy right now. So for me, the question still remains, who is he going to fight? And on top of that, when it comes to credit, who else is he going to get? Who can he fight? Jermall Charlo is still the...
Hello?
Cut out.
Yeah, they froze up.
I thought he's on Mark's, like...
He's on his phone.
Charlo was fine for that Canelo fight. I don't think he thought he was going to beat him. That was a money grab. I thought he maybe could have pulled it off, but we seen what happened. But I'm just saying, man, I want to see more of Bud. He's a pound-for-pound guy. It's all right to have expectations of him, just like anybody else, if he's going to continue to fight. Now, it's his career. If he can find someone to finance a couple outro fights against some mid-level guys, that's good for him, I guess, and we'll have to be satisfied with all of what he's done. I just like to see more of them. So I'd still like to see him fight Charlo. I'd love to see him fight Boots, and I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Tim Zoo either.
Yeah, those would all be good fights.
Is the Spence fight. I don't really want to see that.
No one really gives a fuck about that shit either.
Yeah, man. I think that's a waste.
Under contract.
It's a waste of training camp for me, man.
And I wouldn't. If I was trying to finance a fight, I wouldn't be wasting my money on that shit.
And I feel like if he, like, in what Jerry was saying, to piggyback on that, he goes up to fight Canelo at 168. What's the excuses that we're going to give? That he went up, three weight divisions, and he shouldn't have been there?
I ain't got no excuses.
I have no excuses. This is the thing. What people are forgetting is that...
No excuses.
Well, Bud Crawford is not looking for excuses. Bud Crawford is looking for 1 or 2 fights with 1 or 2 paydays with the biggest outcome. And I understand that because...
I say 3.
Huh?
I say about 3.
Right, maybe, and
Well,
we'll
that's
see
what
how
he said.
we'll see how other fights end up, because the thing is, like, you can ask the same question about Boots Ennis. He's got the belt, but who else is he going to fight at 147? What's he going to do if he moves up to 154? Then who's he going to fight? Is he going to finally fight Crawford or Spence when they're out there? Like, I mean, there's a lot of who's going to fight who's Gervonta Tank Davis going to fight next. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else does anybody else have to prove at the divisions that they're in? We don't know. We're gonna have to sit and wait. So it's not just about Crawford. Yeah, I would love to see more of them, but there really aren't that many other fights for them to fight unless they cross over to possibly MMA. And I don't even know who each one of them would fight.
There's a ton of fights for Tank. Tank has a ton of talent that he could be
But
fighting.
he's not gonna fight them. He's not gonna fight them people.
Well, I didn't say what he was going to do. I'm just saying there's a lot of fights for him with top guys. With Crawford, there's really not. I mean, you know, you got Boots and you got Tim Tszyu and you got Charlo. I mean, there are some fights there. I just don't know outside of those guys. Who then? Who? You know, if he's going to keep fighting, he said he's got 3 fights. That he sees 3 fights. Now we take that Spence fight, if it's going to happen. If ever there was a contracted fight that might not happen, it's probably this one, because we know all the shit that's changed and what developed in that fight. And if it was as simple as what the contract reads, that fight would have been already scheduled by now, likely. But I got to think what's happened.
Which fight?
Crawford and Spence rematch.
On what? On where are they going to fight on?
They're still negotiating that right now, but I mean, as far as a promotional company, they're still locked in. It doesn't matter if the promotional company doesn't have as long as they have an extension period or whatever the negotiation period and whatever the promotional company has to make a deal for it to air, then they're still within their rights to actually hold the fight.
Well, no,
they can't.
I mean, I know we understand they have a contract. I was saying, but where would they fight on? He said if it was up to.
I'm saying the same thing you're saying. I'm saying that the rematch, I think there's at least a 50% chance it doesn't happen, regardless if it was contractually agreed to, because the circumstances.
That is true, but if not, then someone's going to have to pay up on the other fighter. Like whatever fighter is willing to uphold it, and the fighter, and like there's going to be money that's going to have to be paid out to somebody, but that's none of our business.
Well, I don't know all the details. I just know that it was pretty cut and dry, that there was an immediate rematch, and it's still not answered. Showtime got out of boxing. There's a lot of shit that's changed. We don't know. Earl Spence could retire because the money he's going to get for this rematch ain't going to be what he got in the first fight. And I think that's what's holding things up right now, is the money ain't going to be nearly the same. And he's probably thinking, hey, man, I don't know if I want to do this again. First time I got my ass whipped, but I got a big bag. This time that bag ain't going to be the same. And he probably thinking that shit. I'm being assumptuous. I'll give you that. But just to get back on track, I want to see more Bud. He's the top guy. It's not unfair to ask him to fight. I don't think it's unfair to ask him to fight Boots Ennis. That's the next up and coming top guy. Now, if he had a big fight on the horizon, if there was other fighters at 54 or even 160 that would make for a big fight like he says he wants, then yeah, I would be like, okay, I can see that. But there's not. There's just Canelo, 3 weight classes above, who has repeatedly said he's not interested.
Right. Well, he's definitely not backed away from the possibility of fighting Boots, because he said on $1 Million Worth of Game, when they were talking to Bootsy Ennis and his father, I can't remember his name. He's like, if we talk enough shit, then I'll fight him. But Boots likes to duck and hide. He likes to jump out on Twitter and then just kidding, and then he likes to let his little minions, finish the fight for him. You know what I'm saying? And I like Boots, and I would like to see that. I would like to see both of them. They have similar styles, but this is the thing. If he beats Boots Ennis and he beats him in a very convincing way, which we all know is going to happen, what happens to the 147 division and what happens to Boots Ennis' career? He's like the best thing we have for the younger fighters in the welterweight division. I would like to see him move up to 154, like clear out the division at 147 and then move on up to 154 and do well. But we know how everybody feels about that whole not undisputed, but zero losses, perfect record type of thing. So will his fan base follow him if he loses, or they would just move on to the next guy?
He'll probably move on, but I mean, like, this is boxing. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, I mean, like, anyone, honestly, like, this kind of little Twitter wars and all this other stuff is really feminine to me. Like, so they're just gonna have to suck it up. Sorry,
very
not
feminine.
sorry.
Very
It's
feminine.
super.
But it's like the day and age that we live in, and I just sit back and watch. I don't engage very much, Rachel. I just sit back and watch, and I take it into consideration as far as the survival of boxing, because we're not attracting a lot of new fans, and that's a big problem. So,
Well, because we have all these feminine freaking, like, I literally got in a Twitter argument earlier when someone said, well, fucking, I don't care. I said something about Shakur, like, tweeting out his, like, he messaged someone at 8:27, and I was like, how did he tweet with his gloves on? And then someone's like, he didn't get into ring until 11. I was like, on your side of the world? Like, what are you, retarded? Like, he was in Vegas. Like,
right.
like, I'm like, I feel like I'm getting stupid talking to people on Twitter. But,
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where you have to turn it off and just be like, okay, well, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do is show up in the ring. Right? Like, that's literally, like, there's fighters I hate outside of the ring. But in the ring, I'm like, dude will show up 100%. And I'm going to be in his corner. But outside the ring, I'm like, just shut up. Just stop. Someone take away his phone.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part of where we are with social media, because it's like we don't want to see literally what these guys are going through mentally, because I feel like a lot of them are not stable. They're
100%. 100%. Yeah, I got kicked off a panel earlier that I was just on because someone I follow had it on their Twitter Spaces. And every point that I made, they're like, well, where'd you hear that? Where'd you see that? And then other people on the panel would pull it up and it would verify. And like, everything I say is verifiable. And if I'm wrong about something, I don't have any problem with saying that. But then I brought up Tank Davis. Oh, man, they kicked me off right away. Like, they didn't want to hear what I had to say about that, which is goofy. And that's fine. And someone else inboxed me and said, oh, yeah, see, this is the reason why I don't get on these Twitter Spaces, because as soon as you start coming with facts, they want to kick you off. And I said, that's fine, because truth hurts. I don't care, because eventually you will live to see what I'm talking about. Both of us will. So, I mean, but I don't think that's not necessarily the reason why boxing is not growing as a sport. I think because, as each I want to say station,
each more midget matches.
Huh?
They need more midget matches.
Look, each channel or whatever station or whatever, like Showtime, and as each of them pull out of boxing, which is understandable because it's not a good investment right now as it stands, then that just breaks another opportunity for another boxer to get sponsorship, and that's what you need to grow a sport. Because then those people of those companies that they sponsor, to the Under Armours and the all those other companies, then they're not putting eyes on the sport. On top of the fact that the matchmaking is so horrible, and these fighters are getting overpaid for such awful matchups. It's just there's a lot.
Well, I just think and I've said it before, like, the promotional companies aren't doing what they're supposed to do, and their job is to promote, and they promote 8 weeks before the fight. And a lot of these world champion boxers are fighting 1 to possibly, if we're lucky, 2 times a year. So on those 10 months out of the year, if they're only fighting once a year, they're out of our minds. And because of that, we have lost a lot of the fan following. And that's what, honestly, like, UFC is really good at, is, doing things that keep their fighters relevant, whether or not it's in the best light, because, they do bad stuff, right? And they're always in TMZ and all these other things.
But they're not getting paid as much as these boxers, and that's
correct. So why are we, like, so with these promoters that were, I'm hashtagging or air quoting paying so much for, taking the huge amount of cuts for, they need to evolve with where we are. And where we are is relevancy, it's connection, and seeing, like, besides the guy that like Mark's showing on, you know, on the channel right now, like, what else do I know about him? What makes me want to watch him besides the fact that I'm, you know, invested in the sport, that I love watching boxing? But if I don't know his backstory, like if he was you know, a single mom home, if he grew up in a foster home, if he was bullied as a child, if he has he's married with 3 kids or whatever, like whatever makes you connect in this day and age, social media is about connection. And boxing is missing that hugely because nobody cares whether you're running up a damn hill. That doesn't connect with anyone.
That's a great segue, Richard, because I didn't know much about Boo Boo Andrade before. I heard a lot of people, they have his certain little fans and niches or whatever. But he's a niche fighter. But after I watched All Access, I learned a lot about, or more about him, and I'm kind of like swaying towards him winning against Benavidez.
He's a likable guy. I gotta give him that.
Yeah, he's goofy, but he's
around a little bit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we need more of that. That's what we need. You're like, holy cow.
That small. Boo Boo's not that small at 168. We're looking at this press conference. Yeah, David's bigger than him because he's bigger than anybody at that weight. But what I've seen, Andrade, he's bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah, like with his clothes on, he looks kind of small and slim. But then he like, you know, he's like in sparring or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then looking at his other matches, look at him right there. Like, he doesn't look that small. For a skinny dude, he's very, very.
That's gonna help him.
Yeah.
And that's going to help him against Benavidez, I think, because, you know, as big as he is, I mean, you know, a lot of the guys that he's fought at 168 were not just smaller; they are a lot smaller than him. Andrade's smaller than him, but it doesn't look like he's a lot smaller than him. So he looks like he's put into that 68 weight class a little bit better than what I gave him credit for. I went back and watched him. I'll say this about him: he's got the tools. He definitely has the tools to beat Benavidez, and if he can put a masterful game plan, he might be able to beat him easy because of his athleticism. Given the fact that David is a pure pressure fighter, his defense is garbage, but his offense is very hard to deal with. I mean, it just is.
And he's got a tank on him. He's got a tank. He does well in the later rounds. Yeah, for a big dude.
Yeah, and he's got a good gas tank, and that's bad news when you got an iron chin, a good gas tank.
That is no bueno.
That's why he's been beating the crap out of people. But what can counter that is athleticism. And Andrade can punch some too. I wouldn't say he's a huge puncher, but he can catch you with the shots that you don't see coming. And that's bad news for Benavidez because he gets hit with shots that he can see coming.
Yeah, because he's very awkward. He's an awkward southpaw, and he's very good at with those weird awkward angles. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him knocking him down. But like I watched the one Andrade fight where he fought. I'm just gonna say it like crap. It was just crap if you ask me. But then I seen him fight against Selecki, and that fighter that I seen there gives Benavidez all kinds of fits. But that's what we're going to have to see, like the Brits say, on the night, right? Because you can have a great game plan, everything can go just right, but on the night, what do you do on the night? If he shows up with the right mentality, he could win this fight. And I wasn't giving him much of a chance at all until I seen a lot of the press in the last couple of weeks. And I went back and did a little reflecting on him, you know, because sometimes we get an impression of a fighter and for whatever reason, we're not really looking with an unbiased eye entirely, or we're not, you know, sometimes it's a good idea to go back and say, you know what, let me take another look and see. So I think, you know, I'm hoping this is a good fight. Now, Shakur's performance also, in an odd backhanded kind of way, may make this a better fight because Andrade has to be seeing this criticism Stevenson's getting. And I would have to think that he doesn't want to compound that just a week later by getting in there and moving too much and spoiling. So,
Nah, they're two different weight divisions and two different complete different ages and different levels of experience. Because we may not have seen a lot of Boo Boo Andrade, but he's 35 and he's not thinking about Shakur. Like, that's a whole different thing. So Shakur's 26. People forget Shakur's only 26 years old.
Yeah, but again, I'm just saying, regardless of that, it's still a lot of bad press for a performance for a non-effort. Now, I've never seen Andrade fight anything close to like that, but
the styles are completely different.
Resoundingly, getting booed resoundingly for spoiling, moving too much late in the fight. I've seen him do that. And so, but what I'm saying is, and I'm just...
Joshua got booed at his last fight, too.
Hold on, Foodie. Don't cut him off too much, because I want to jump in. I'm fighting. Hey, look, I'm fighting my urges to cut him off.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Let him finish this part, because I want to combat some of that, too.
Well, I'm just spitballing with this
Obviously.
when I say this, but he has to be seeing this criticism. And I don't think that if I was a fighter, I wouldn't want to be the next guy just a week later. In other words, I think he's probably going to come to fight. Maybe that partially will motivate him, and also the fact that where he's at in his career, this is his Super Bowl, so he's gonna have to win this fight. I don't know how convincingly, but I don't think moving and pot shotting will win him the fight. So everybody expects him to do well early.
Go ahead, Jerry. Land your plane, man, so we somebody else can jump in real quick.
Well, you know me, man. I'll just keep going. So
I know. And then you'll be like, well, I gotta go. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, let me say something to you. Hey, look, let me say.
Go ahead.
Like Jerry hogged the mic before he go, or that be his kick right there. Food. He be like, well, I gotta go, but let me say this. And then he be like, and another thing.
Gotta go. Bye.
And then he be like, and then closing. And then he'll say, and finally, and one more thing. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, you just wanted to keep talking uninterrupted. You tricked me. The white man always did it. The white man did it again. Tricked me. Tricked my people. And here we go. I kid Jerry. Hey, look. Look, here's the thing, man. I gotta agree with Foodie. I for a different reason though. Like how you agree with me. When I was up here battling Brim and I was cooking his boots, he was like, yeah, I agree with you, but just for a different reason. You're wrong on this one, but you're right on this one. Well, Foodie was right on both, of course. But I'm going to add one other caveat. Demetrius Andrade been getting criticized. They've been, all this shit they say about Shakur, he boring, he ain't this, that, and the third. They've been saying about Boo Boo Andrade for years. He don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? What they saying about Shakur? This is just Shakur's first time at the rodeo. Devin is having his time at the rodeo. Tank Davis is finally getting his time at the rodeo. Shakur Boo Boo Andrade been getting it since day one. And been dealing with it and keep winning and keep winning and keep winning. Champion. Defense, goes up to the next weight, champion, defense. At his next weight, first fight up, we didn't like Desmond Nicholson. Hey, it was my first fight up. He's been honest. Shit, I'm testing myself at the weight. You know what I'm saying? And this was the guy they had up here. This is what PBC put in front of me. But my whole point is, Boo Boo Andrade ain't thinking about, well, what if they boo me like they was booing Shakur? And another thing about that Shakur fan, those fight fans that was there that night aren't the same type of fans that are coming to this fight. This is a big pay-per-view event in Las Vegas, and people been talking about these guys for a while. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. And also, and it's a lot of other names on the card. Don't forget Jose Benavidez. Some people just know him from being in Creed. Let's just keep it a buck. Some people like, hey, that was the guy.
I ain't never seen no Creed movies, yeah.
Oh, see, Foodie, you ain't never seen no Creed movie?
I'm not a big boxing movie
We
person.
doing a movie night. Get your popcorn. We doing a movie night.
Wait,
You gonna make me watch Rocky too?
Mark.
All of them?
We'll do lots of movie nights on Patreon. You pick one, I pick one, and you know how we did the power thing?
Okay.
We'll do it like that, and we'll have a movie night on Patreon. You pick. I'm picking the first one. You got to watch a Creed movie with me, man. You ain't seen none of them.
You know what? I'm honestly because they're talking about no. I haven't seen none of them, but they're talking about 4. So now I'm feeling like I got to catch up.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. We do movie night. We're gonna do movie night on Patreon because we can actually show the movie on Patreon and we can talk about it and talk shit through it. Yeah.
On a weeknight where I'll be half passed out.
Hit me on IG. Hit me on IG. Let me know your next schedule.
But Rachel was gonna say something. What you gonna say, Rachel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, did you guys say something about Vegas? This fight's not in Vegas, right?
I don't know where this fight is. Where is it, Mark?
Fucking Las Vegas. What y'all talking about?
Is it?
Shut up.
It's at Mandalay Bay or something, huh? Right? I think it's.
Are y'all kidding me?
No, I'm being completely 100% serious.
I don't be worried about where it's gonna be. Shit.
I do if I live in Vegas, and I
think it's at Mandalay Bay, right?
I haven't heard about it.
Rachel, you
so.
in Las Vegas?
Check box rec.
No. I know it's in Las Vegas. I know where's it. I think Rachel just trying to be mean right now.
No, I'm not because it's funny because there's a birthday party we're going to on Saturday on the Strip. If it's there,
Arena, yeah.
What's Michelob? Is that Manly? No. What the fuck is Michelob?
No, where's
T-Mobile?
I think they changed the name. They changed the name to something else. But whenever you they call it it's not Mandalay Bay.
Is it at Mandalay?
It is. It is at Mandalay Bay. I just checked boxing scene.
Shows you none of us are going to the fight.
And you try to criticize her. Shit. No,
but
I might go. I feel like I would have planned out my vacation.
Hold up, fool. She lives in the city and she's a boxing manager and trainer of a Hall of Fame fighter. And she's still in the business working right now.
Training none of the fighters are on the card.
Yeah, but she's still in the business. I'm gonna put a case on Rachel Tanair.
Put a case on me. There's nothing about I haven't that's crazy because
there's not much promotion.
No, Shakur's fight was promoted on the radio weeks before. They were able to ride that onto the whole.
That's because you listen to the rap stations.
Formula One.
I do. I listen to the rap station 103.9.
We don't know what they're doing on. You know, they might not be spending their money there.
This is how we do it.
Hey, look, they're like, them niggas ain't spending no money on this shit. Hey, look, after Thanksgiving, Z100. Yeah, that shit probably playing on Z100 or something.
Man, Z100 was something different in the 90s than it is now, but
I ain't been around.
I didn't know they were here. 100%. I'm gonna.
They were a pop station up in Portland, Oregon when I lived up there.
She's talking about the fight. She didn't know the fight was there.
I have a question mark because we just got stuck on one aspect of the interview. What else did you want to talk about with the interview?
Oh man, do we got time? I don't even know if I got time, Foodie.
We'll just speed through it a little bit.
What you said, Jerry?
It's after 4:00 here on the East Coast.
Right, that's what I said. Hold on, I got time.
It's 1:00 here.
Yeah, Jerry. We at East Coast base, but we got a lot of West Coast audience. Like whenever I'm super late like this, man, it's usually all West Coast people here or people in China and shit.
Well, let me try to move the conversation along.
Why does that be China?
Because they're 12 hours ahead, so it's lunchtime for them.
It might be. I know the Middle East is 11 hours ahead. So
People I like to listen in the afternoon. My UK folks, some of them just waking up 10 in the morning. It's a global show, Rachel. I'm blowing up, baby, like you thought I would.
Well, no, I just thought you were trying to say China because of me.
No.
It's okay.
You're not Chinese, though.
Yes, I am.
You're 100% Chinese.
Mm-mm.
There you go. You know I met your mom, right? And she gave me your whole.
My breast size? Let's not talk about that shit.
Yeah, let's not go there again, Mark.
I mean, her mom grabbed him right in front of me too.
Stop.
She said, These motherfucker D's, Rosie Perez. I was like, damn.
Oh my god.
I was like,
But
good night.
Mark, I brought that up because I wanted to bring up a couple of things that I
I
found
knew you
weird
did,
about the
Pootie.
interview.
I knew you wanted me to throw the alley oop though, but I passed the ball back. Go ahead.
Because I'm not interested in talking about people's moms or breath or anything like that.
Respectfully. Me neither.
Respectfully.
Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
But no, just as far as the thing, I just you could tell how Jermall is moving past this fight because he couldn't even remember the name of his opponent when Brian Custer was bringing him up, and he kept on referring to him as the other Benavidez brother. Like, I was like, that's beyond disrespectful. But and then
a little big brother.
Yeah. Like he's the other brother, and then he said he didn't pick him, it was just the matchmakers, and he kept on, he mentioned a couple of times the fight with Canelo, but then at the same time he double talked, like he said, I'm expecting a call anytime soon about the Canelo fight in May for Cinco de Mayo, but then when the questions came up about his next fight, and they said, would you fight the winner between Benavidez and Boo Boo? And he's like, yeah, that could be my next fight. And then whoever wins that, then they could be the next one for Canelo. So which one is it? Which one is it? Like, you sound a little confused still, or do you know what's going on?
I think what bothered me too, he said at one point he said I didn't have a long camp for this. I'm coming in on short notice. Brian Custer asked him about the ring rust, and when he was talking about the ring rust, he was like, because Brian Custer said, you saw what happened with Errol Spence, you saw what happened with your brother, and both guys said after the fight, yeah, maybe ring rust did take a hold. He was like, well, I mean, it is what it is, blah blah blah. Then later on in the interview, he was like, I'm coming in on short notice. It was like he was making answers already, so.
And he also said that the next fight could be between him and Caleb Plant. But then he's talking about the next fight will be between him and Charlo. And then the next fight might be between him and the winner of Benavidez and Boo Boo Andre. And then
No, he is Charlo. You mean Canelo. He said he said like
did I say Charlo?
One point he said this is a stepping stone for him to get to Canelo.
Right, and that he expects to get the call for the Canelo fight any day now, yeah.
Booty, what did he mean by short notice? Like how many weeks?
Well, he didn't say how many weeks. He just said, I'm taking this on it was short notice. The interview starts off with why Jose Benavidez and why now.
And then he said it was just a matchup.
He said, yeah, that's the handler as far as the matchup. And then he said, right now it's because Showtime. He said Showtime is going out of business. As with the boxing. So. I got to get the fans one more time, blah, blah, blah. They've been good to me, so I'm gonna be good to them. They was like, yo, you didn't defend the belt for 2.5 years. What happened there? He was like, well, favor isn't always favorable, or something like that.
And then Brian Custer said, the thing I don't like about he said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, some of the fans are saying, the thing I don't like about Jermall Charlo is that you be drunk sometimes. He said, I don't really be drinking like that. And I'm like, you was a motherfucking lie because we.
What did he say right after that? Hold on, you missed something. What did he say right after that?
He said, I don't really be drinking like that.
No, he said something right after that. It's on page Foodie. I just uploaded it. Watch it. I did a full breakdown. Cause that nigga said, matter of fact, I need to watch it myself, make sure my mic was on. Cause
he said, sometimes I have a drink every now and then. We be turning up, and then we be like, oh yeah, we gonna go over and get drunk and fuck with these dudes. And then I'm like, what, nigga? You just said you don't drink. We saw you at Applebee's with the family a couple of weeks ago drinking.
That nigga said, I don't drink. He said, I don't drink. No, I don't even be drinking like that. But then he said, but if I want to have a drink. I know how to have a drink responsibly.
I don't normally drink, but when I do drink, I drink Dos Equis.
Yeah, he was on some shit like that. That nigga literally just said, I don't drink. First of all, I don't drink at all. That's what he said. First of all, I don't. But then he said, but if I do have a drink, I was like, hold on.
Right. But we see you drunk, man.
30 years now.
See what I'm saying? Right. And we mad at fighters about their performance.
What'd Jerry say?
He said, I've been trying to quit drinking for 30 years.
Shit, I've been trying to quit drinking for 30 days.
Yeah, I've been telling people I quit drinking for 30 years. But if you know anyone who drinks alcoholic they'll tell you, yeah, I ain't been drinking.
Right, which is what that's
They
what that
been
means
drinking like
to
they
you.
used to do is what they
Like
say.
I didn't drink like I did last week. I cut back a couple of
Yeah. I don't drink a bottle a night. I might have a sip
Like I
every
drink,
night.
I
I might
drink
have
every
a
other
shot.
day this
I
week.
might have a shot in the morning, get my day going. I'm like, hold up, nigga. Like, what
More
you mean,
times-
nigga, in the
more
morning?
times
Oh,
than
yeah,
not.
get
If
the
it's
engine
straight
running.
up alcoholic, yeah, if it's a straight up alcoholic, more times than not, they don't even cut back. They still drinking, but they just tell you that they're not because they
have a
people
baseline.
you know,
Like every addict has a baseline. That's a
yeah,
functional
right,
addict.
exactly.
You know, every functional addict has a
That's what I
baseline.
am. Yeah, exactly. Even when I'm not drinking, I'm still drinking probably 6 beers a day.
Well, then you have dry drunks. Then you have dry drunks who don't drink.
No. Y'all drunk right now. That's why y'all saying that. Hey,
No,
look.
a dry drunk is somebody who doesn't
people out
drink
there
during the
that
week.
say they
telling you
quit.
from experience.
I'm telling you, some people when they quit, they know they don't have no baseline. I can't have a sip because a sip leads to a can. A can leads to a bottle.
No,
A bottle
that's
leads,
quitting. That's like AA quitting.
Yeah.
We're talking about people who are dry drunks or people who quit for 4 or 5 or 6 weeks or 4 or 5, 6 months, but then eventually go right back to the same amount of drinking that they were drinking. Yeah. That's when people have to go into rehab and have, like take anti-abuse and all that kind of stuff. Because no matter what, one sip, like you said, is going to bring you back. So you're still an alcoholic. Like if you quit drinking and you were ever an alcoholic, you're always going to be an alcoholic. So you can't go back to it. But people like you cut back, and some people can just cut back and be fine with that, or find alternatives.
Yeah,
alternatives out there.
Right, but let's to be clear, like alcoholism is it's a physical as well as a mental dependency. You get what I'm saying, right? So your body can't go without it right now. You might die if you quit.
No.
You gotta wean yourself off.
That's when you're dependent.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. Well,
you can have DTs, diphtheria and tremens.
It doesn't take long to get. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get physically dependent on alcohol. So for me, I drink a minimum of 4 beers a day, every day. Right?
I knew it.
But hold on a second. Some days I'll drink more than that. Right? Like if it's on the weekend or my band's coming over, I might drink 12 beers and a couple shots.
What instrument you play in the band? What instrument you play in the band?
The flute.
Guitar.
She said the flute.
I play guitar.
With your face ass nigga.
SpongeBob ass.
When you talk about baseline drinking, that's what I consider.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jerry. We've been ignorant.
But that's what I consider baseline drinking. Like, even when I don't feel like drinking, I still drink 4 beers because my body is physically dependent, like you said, Mark. That's why
you're right. He cannot safely quit on his own. He would have to go into rehab and get on anti-abuse. And he'd have to get on, they have a taper. They put you on Valium. They'll put you on anti-abuse or whatever things. They have some new shit like.
How do they know if you need that to safely quit or if you can quit on your own?
If you're honest, you have to be honest with where you are, and you have to tell them honestly how many drinks you drink, and they can also tell by how many incidences have happened, if you've gotten into accidents, if you've been into the ER, and what caused them.
No, but all of that would be reactive. Let's say you was trying to be proactive.
Well, then you have to be honest with them.
But
there's no point in expense because rehab is expensive. There's no point of going in if you're not going to be honest.
Man, I need to do an episode about
people
that.
Don't just casually drive by rehab. It's like minimum $25,000 a month for the basic.
Whoa! I thought we was talking about some AA shit or.
No, AA at that point. Well, AA is part of the therapy, which is important, but the medical part of it, you have to have a medical taper. Is what I'm talking about. Or else you can go into diphtheria and tremens, DTs, and die. Which is not like that's worse than weaning off of heroin or meth or anything else. You're not going to die from that. It may feel like you're going to die, but you're not going to die from alcohol withdrawals. And you get into diphtheria and tremens, you can die.
Go ahead, Jerry.
I got high blood
delirium
pressure,
tremens. I'm sorry.
And alcohol makes your blood pressure high anyway. But if you got a high blood pressure and you stop drinking like cold turkey, it makes your blood pressure shoot through the roof, man. through the roof because I stopped drinking beers for a couple days, and my blood pressure went through the roof. I called the doctor, and he told me, he said, that's why you can't just stop drinking it. You can't just stop like that.
But I think that's more from anxiety. And that's why they put you on Valium.
Jerry's like, I gotta have 4 a day or I'm gonna die.
No, if he's gonna try to do it on his own, yeah, it's true.
He told me to drink a beer. He said, drink a beer and then take your blood pressure and don't try to quit all at once. And he told me,
absolutely.
Yeah, don't try all at once. Of course, anxiety, but alcohol, it just raises your blood pressure anyway. I got a history of high blood pressure in my family, so I've had it most of my life. But yeah, man, alcohol ain't no joke.
Because it thins your blood out, so your blood is pumping harder.
Yeah,
no, thin blood doesn't make your blood pressure high. That's not an equal.
I thought alcohol thins your blood out.
Yeah, it can, but it doesn't. That's not an equation to high
also
blood pressure.
constricts your vessels too. So you drink and smoke.
Yeah.
You drink a beer and smoke a cigarette. Yeah, double negative.
Nicotine.
It's more than nicotine than anything because nicotine is a vasoconstrictor, so that makes your blood pressure high. So it's not just it's more than alcohol. Nicotine than alcohol. Yeah.
Right. It's like
there are a lot of people who are that are on blood thinners because they have atrial fibrillation, AFib, and they don't have high blood pressure. So it's not an equal correlation. Is what I'm saying.
One thing's for sure, I think we all can agree on is that people who are alcoholics, yeah, like I said, they'll tell you they quit drinking. I've been telling people I quit drinking for 30 years now, but so it's a good chance that he's still drinking, and that may be why he looks so bad.
I think it is.
This guy was training. Yeah, if he was training.
It wasn't even a month ago, Jerry, that we saw him on Instagram out there with the family talking about, oh, my kids ain't here right now, and his ass was saucy as a motherfucker at like Applebee's or some shit.
Of course, he's not going to go out and say, yeah, I've been drinking all along, and I'm still drinking and can't. He ain't going to say that. He's not stupid. But I would bet if he really was struggling with alcohol in the last couple of years, and I ain't heard about him going to no formal rehab, so I would say chances are he's still drinking, and that's why he looks the way he does, and that's why he's talking the way he does.
Maybe those 2 years out the ring was him going through rehab too.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say.
Oh, you didn't think of that, huh?
That's what I was going to say. I think he did, and I think he has gotten counseling. I do believe he's gotten counseling. I think he's on his way back to healing, but I think he's still. And I wouldn't say he's even battling demons or still. Like it doesn't really matter. I don't think that's in the forefront of his recovery right now. I think that he's on medication that is like mood stabilizers, right? Somehow, though, because a lot of shit is banned when you're fighting, somehow he might be circumventing that some way. But at the same time, meaning like they're going to test him to make sure it's not in his blood at the night of the fight or the night before, because that's all that really matters. Because if it's doctors prescribed and it's not like blood pressure medication or anything like that, then he might be able to circumvent it some way. But he seemed like he was on mood stabilizers because he was talking really slowly, almost slurring. But I didn't feel like he was drunk. So I'm looking at him. But them sunken in eyes and them dark circles around his eyes, I know that shit is alcohol. I know it is.
Yeah, because when you drink, you kind of stay constantly dehydrated too.
Yeah, especially when you're just constantly drinking. Yeah.
I think we just figured them all out. Hopefully none of it's true. Hopefully he's got his shit together. He's still.
As I said, my Belvedere.
he's an undefeated champion, and he probably still has a career, and there could be a lucrative fight with Canelo in the offing. So he's got a lot going for him. But man, on alcohol, it's like any other addiction, man. And like you said, it's probably even worse than most. It's hard.
I feel like Canelo plus Charlo brothers is equal payday for Canelo, and in a lucrative payday for them. So I feel like almost like
that's what I mean. Yeah,
but I'm not. It's like I'm not interested in that shit. Like I'm not interested in that shit. That's the reason why, like I said, I'm really not interested in. I haven't been interested in the last 2 to 3 fights that Canelo has fought, and I haven't been. When did he fight Caleb Plant? Like I haven't been interested since Caleb Plant. So I've stolen all the rest of them. I've been riding in the Stolo for sure. And I'm gonna ride in the Stolo until he fights who I want to see, like a Benavidez or a Bud Crawford. Like I don't give a fuck. He's already worth like $200 million. He don't need my money.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. If he fights Jaime Munguia, how you like that, Mark? Got it
No fucking way.
You got it right. You got it right.
If he fights him, I'm not paying for that. If he
He said
doesn't
Moon
fight
Guy the other night, right?
Andrade,
Right.
if he doesn't fight the winner of Andrade and Benavidez in that third fight, I'm not paying for whoever he might fight then. Even Morrell, because to me, Morrell is too green. Very good fighter. You could see that.
I agree.
Really good fighter, but not enough fights under his belt for really to be what.
I want to see more from Morrell, though. I want to see more from Morrell for sure. But go ahead, Jerry. I'm sorry.
Definitely. But yeah, Jamie, there's going to be some people that buy that fight. Canelo averages about 650,000 each time he fights, and the people that are paying him know that. That's why he's not going to fight Benavidez at all or Andrade unless it's that third fight, because they ain't going to want to get him beat right yet in the second fight. They're going to want to cash in again, just like they did on the Charlo, although that wasn't, I think it did around 600,000, something like that. That's enough for them to make some money. They're going to do that a couple times, but that third fight, if they try to push fucking Jermall Charlo, if he wins this fight and they try to push that, absolutely not. And if Canelo gets dogged from here to next year, he's going to deserve every piece of it, because I don't believe in I get to fight who I want to fight. Fuck that.
Right.
In your last fight, your retirement fight, but if you're an active fighter and you're on the pound-for-pound list, no. You don't have to fight the top guy every fight out, but you damn sure better know that the fans are going to expect you, if you hold that position, that no, you don't just get to pick who you fight and just pick some low-level scraps.
Well, I like it. I mean, this is entertainment all in all, like we're talking about. I like in Canelo and where he's at to Beyonce. If she came out with a trash album and went on tour, she would still sell out. Taylor Swift or fucking Fleetwood Mac or Rolling Stones or whatever, because they've made a name for themselves. So you kind of just have to you got to just, roll with the punches with it. Like, I might not buy their shit because I don't care who you are. I'm not going to buy your trash. But, then they come back with another album that's really good or whatever. So it's all, I mean, but Canelo is not, he's not concerned about winning the crowd over anymore,
Yeah, and that's when the fighter's career becomes tough, I think, for boxing fans, is when, I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe in that. I could see if it's a retirement fight, that's your last fight, and you can go back home and maybe fight a scrub. Okay, cool. But, that's where.
But he did that with John Ryder. But that was his mandatory stuff.
Well, Ryder, yeah. Well, but you got to consider too, whether it's Canelo or Buddy Crawford or whoever it is, they're not going to fight the biggest challenge every single fight. No fighter does. So you got to put some leeway where there's going to be a Ryder or there's going to be a Jaime Munguia. But at the same time, there has to be a threshold where we say, okay, you don't had two fights where we knew you was likely going to win. Now it's time for you to fight a challenger, especially if you're one of the pound for pound guys.
Right. I agree.
They need.
That's what I was saying. Like, like some of the names I said before. It's like you can come out with one trash album or whatever. Like, Tom Brady or whatever. He can come out with a couple of trash performances, but overall, in the end, when you're looking at the Hall of Fame or when it's all said and done, you have to look at their overall body of work. But in the meantime, us that are faithful fans or followers, we want to see you do good every fucking time, even though we know it's not realistic. But I just don't want you to get into a pattern of laziness that you're just going to get paid no matter what, because then I'm going to become disengaged. I'm not even going to watch any of your fights. That's how I felt with Mayweather in his last 15 fights.
Yeah. And that's where Canelo's at in his career. He's going to probably get good money regardless of who he fights. And that alone, can be a conflict of interest for boxing fans, because, like I say, if you're still active and you're considered a pound-for-pound fighter, the fans going to have expectations, and it's okay for us to have those expectations. So, like I say, I've been a Canelo fan his whole career. I love his story. He got it from the mud, just like a lot of these fighters, and he's at the top. But that don't mean I'm going to keep paying him. Like, I'm not paying for Jaime Munguia. Fuck some Jaime Munguia. If he fights him, I get it. Why the people, promote the people paying them. I get that part of it, but that don't mean I had to pay for it like you, Foodie. You know what I mean? He fights the winner this fight this weekend. Certainly, I'll pay for that. No problem. Anyway, y'all, I got to get on off the bed. But good chatting with y'all. And if I don't talk to you, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
You too, Jerry. Thank you. It's been a good conversation.
Peace, Jerry.
All right, Mark.
My man. Good call, man.
But you know what I mean, Mark. I know you like Jay-Z, right? Like you're a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
Like I was a Jay-Z fan, way back in the 90s or whatever. And then when he moved into the whole After the Black album, I was like, okay, everybody's catching on to him, but I'm not really feeling where he's going with Kingdom Come. Oh, you crazy. He's the dopest. And I'm like, well, you know what? He's around a bunch of kindergarten rappers now. Like that's when the T-Pains and the, the sensationalism. I'm like, I'm not hating on them, but I'm not buying his shit no more. I'm not buying that shit no more. Unless I really feel like, he's putting out some quality music. So he's gotten enough of my money, but I'm not hating on him. But I'm just not feeling him. Same with Wayne. When Wayne started talking about stunting like my daddy and being a gangbanger at 25, I'm like, okay, I'm jumping off of this motherfucker right here. Like, I'm good. He's good, and I'm not mad, but I'm not buying this shit no more. So that's how I felt about it.
Yeah. You get to a point where I guess some of those guys might get bored in the craft too. You feel me?
Right.
You're bored. You've been doing the same thing for so long.
And they're trying to appeal to the newer
And you come back and you try to fit in and your steps ain't right. And then you're doing the ice bucket challenge looking goofy.
Right. That's how I always felt like, I haven't been to a club for 25 years or something. I don't know, since I was in my 20s. What would I look like stepping into a motherfucking club? Yeah, I got money now, and I could afford a table, but I'm not about to be the auntie in the club.
Oh yeah, you definitely the auntie.
I was goofy, that's stupid. I be trying to fit in where I don't get in. That's goofy.
Right. I knew I was getting old when I was walking into the corner store one day, and one of the young niggas held the door was like, "Go ahead, OG," or
right?
a nigga call me uncle. Go ahead,
auntie or ma'am.
What's up, OG? I was like, damn, nigga, like shit.
When you want to check out,
like, no, the hell we ain't.
They talk about ma'am, ma'am, your balance is like, ooh, you getting a little close here. At first, I was like, I was in my 30s. I'm like, okay, I know I look young, so it's nothing. But now I have to think damn, this checkout person is 21, so I really am ma'am. She's younger than my kids.
Yeah, you can be my child. Right. That's why I gotta remind myself now when I talk to some of these young fighters. I'll be like, damn, man, 22, you can be my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man,
you younger than my youngest, so I got to take that into perspective. And my youngest is he's young, he's just moving out and getting his life started.
Yeah, man, that's why
you're a millionaire,
right? And you trying to be. That's why I'm trying to be understanding.
What I need from you. But that's what I say about
Brandon's banging in 3, 2, 1. I heard it was a sing-along going on in this motherfucker.
With his 8 double entendres. He got 8 double entendres for us.
Yo, shout out to my brother.
Shout out to Brandon.
Good guy, man. Good guy.
Great conversation, But that's the thing is I try to stay, I'm thinking like an adult, but then I'm like, God damn, Shakur's only 26 years old. Where were you at 26? And he's a millionaire and he's got a lot more pressure. Even though I had 2 kids, it's like, whew, shit.
He's the oldest of what, 9 or 8?
9. And that's what I'm saying. Damn, my son gonna be 25,
everybody's depending on him, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
My brother's a millionaire. My brother is Stevenson.
My son's a millionaire. Even though you're non-existent Puerto Rican daddy, my son is a millionaire.
Be like, fuck this job.
Right?
You know what my brother is?
And that's too much because at that age where he comes from, he don't know how to say he don't know how to say no or set boundaries.
Right.
And he's got a daughter and he's got a wife and or a fiance or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So he's trying to prioritize his family versus the rest of the family. So it's kind of tough, you know, when you're coming from nothing and you see that your parents might be still struggling because they don't know how to manage money well, you know, and it's like not only that, but like I you know, the thing is like when he was at the Olympics and he got silver and he was crying, like I felt that because he's like, I want to win so bad. Like I know I'm better than my performance. But sometimes you can get in your, I don't know what sign he is, but you can get in your own head and you got to learn how to get out of your own way. And sometimes it's just basically a balance of ego, you know? So I think sometimes it's ego, he be ego tripping too much and he don't realize it. So if he can learn how to balance that ego out, because everybody believes in him and they're rooting for you, but you have to realize you don't have to live up to anyone else's expectations. You have to set your own standards and just stick with that. But that takes a while for you to be able to mature into that level.
Mm-hmm. You're 1,000% right about that. My thing is to bring it all back full circle. From the outside looking in, I see what's going on. Well, actually, from the inside looking out, or outside, however you want it to go, right? Because some would say, well, Mark, you one of them too. I want to be the change I see in the world, Foodie. You ever heard of that expression? Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
I believe in that wholeheartedly, man.
Yeah, that's how my son's that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with the on this topic right here. I think this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about and what I want to convey to the audience. And I just want to remind you guys, don't fall for the trap. It's foolery with the foolery. Like it's divisive. It doesn't, like you guys always talking about what's wrong with boxing. This is what's wrong with boxing.
Yeah.
We so quick to throw guys away for a loss or a bad performance. UFC don't do that. You know, you don't see that. You don't see it in basketball. How many times, like, people forget about them times?
Any other sport. Yeah.
Jordan scored double digits every game his whole career.
Nope.
He didn't dunk from the free throw line. Yes, he missed free throws. He missed game-winning shots.
Right.
Good thing for them. Their record resets every season, though.
Right.
And people forget.
And this is a one-man band.
Come on, man. How many people play? Like, yeah, come on, fam. So I think it's a little divisive, and I see the play, and I'm like, oh man, everybody going into their own little corners, and okay, it's us against them, and we're gonna bash this guy and this guy, but everybody, a lot of these dudes are doing the same thing, and but if you break it down, like I said, Tank is knocking guys out, but he ain't fighting the guys you want him to fight. Right. Devin, you say you don't like his style of fighting, but he's winning, and he's winning in dominant fashion. And
he's not ducking. He's not ducking. He's taking on the hard competition.
Then you fight Shakur, people say people are ducking him. But then when you see the fight, you don't like his style of fight, but he's victorious. Like, you're gonna, like, we nitpicking. T.O. fights everybody. Been fighting everybody. He didn't fight Devin yet. That's what we wanted to see him fight. Yep. That's what we wanted to see him fight.
They will. I think they will. Once
Devin
gets his belt, then he's gonna try to unify. He's not gonna like go with Matias. He's gonna go with Teofimo because that's a bigger money fight. But to your point, this is just American boxing that we do this because people forget, and I say this all the time. Boxing is a worldwide sport. I would like to see Boots fight Conor Benn. Why not? Why not go over there and fight Conor Benn? You know what I'm saying? Why not fight, like what's his name? That little white dude that everybody be talking about. That little, not him, but Tank.
You talking about for Boots?
Not for Boots, but for like Tank. Like he's got a lot of people in America he could fight, but
white guy 135.
Or maybe it's like 130. What's his name? I can't remember his name, but anyway, the dude he be dancing with the black girls on Twitter and like all that kind of shit. Like I can't remember his name, but anyway.
Sonny.
Yeah. Sonny, yeah. Like he seems to have a big name over there. I don't follow him, but like he seems to have a big following. So why not jump onto that? You know? Like, stop making it. It doesn't just have to be we got to go to MMA. There's a lot of fighters overseas that are doing well in their division that they could really capitalize on.
You think but you don't think the fans are wanting those 3 guys to fight each other though? One of those 4 guys, or like Tank fought Ryan. All right. Both got Haney and T.O. beat Loma. Now they're both at 140. T.O. lost to Kambosos. Haney beat him twice. I think that's a good fight to make. But shit, Ryan is right there at 140. I think Ryan next fight is going to be a big fight. And if Devin has the title and Ryan does well at 140, shoot, that fight with Ryan and Devin would be major.
Well, Ryan talking about fighting Tank again. That's what he was on Twitter talking about today.
Oh Lord.
I know. But I'm saying, like, sometimes the fans don't know what they want to see until they see it. You have to stop letting the fans dictate your next move. You have to sometimes create a fight. You have to create a demand. That's just basic marketing. Sometimes you have to go over there and make people see what they want to see. They don't even know it because they're ignorant to the other competition that's out there. Like, you know, people like a lot of American fans are not on Inoue. And that's the reason why they thought that Cool Boy Steph was going, you know, do the damn thing, because they know he's an American fighter or whatever. But I don't even know. I did not know either name. But that was a good fight. I don't watch those lower divisions. I don't watch anybody under.
Hey, look, Cool Boy Steph got criticized for his performance. Like, man, you ain't even letting your hands go.
He did. Yeah, he did.
He was like,
but he went over there and he fought him. So I give him credit for that.
Hey, look, but before
he
Jermall,
made his biggest payday.
Yep, but before Jermall Charlo, people were saying the same thing about him. It was like, well, look, at least I ain't getting knocked out. I still look good. He was talking about how he still look good and all of that stuff.
Right.
And Jermall Charlo said the same thing, you know?
I don't really listen to much of what the Charlos say because they're drunk all the time.
No. But I'll just say
biased.
No, they said this immediately after the fight in the ring. Both Cool Boy Steph said that either in the ring or at the post-fight press. Charlo, I know he said it in the ring. Cool Boy Steph said I still look good in the ring. Charlo said at least I didn't get knocked out like those other guys.
Right. But that doesn't count because you still lost. So
can I hit him with the brandy, please?
Hit him with the brandy.
Thank you.
I spit.
Oh, wrong button.
Almost doesn't count.
Don't count.
It don't count. It don't.
Man. All right, Brim said he's rooting for Sonny because he wants him to get his date with Clarissa.
Stop it. I don't condone men and women fighting in any way.
No, not a date. No, he was flirting with Clarissa Shields online.
Oh, that kind of thing.
He won his fight. She said, well, if you win, we can go on a date.
I think I don't think he's really into black women like that.
Really? You think he's just pandering?
Yes.
Oh shit. He pulling a Post Malone.
You'll hear even black dudes over there in the UK saying, yeah, I did a black girl, but I wouldn't bring her home to mama. So
smash and dash.
Mm-hmm.
Bed wench.
Bed wenching.
Colonial.
I think Carissa is smart enough for that. You know, even though she wouldn't be interested in him anyway, I don't think he's her type. But
nah, I don't think so neither.
But yeah, he's a goofy.
She'll do it for a photo op though. I think she'll do the photo op date, the Instagram date. Yeah, I'm out with Sonny. We having dinner. Blah blah blah. Congratulations on your win and all that stuff. Yeah. It's almost like a what's that shit called? I hate to say it. What's it called? Make a wish type shit. Respectfully though, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
You call him a short butt shorty?
I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying like you want to fight.
Shout butt shorty.
because he got to beat Ben Rodriguez. You're like, you beat
looks
Ben
slow to
Rodriguez,
me. I
man.
feel like
You're gonna be on top of the world anyway.
Yeah, he looks slow to me. Like he
said he gonna throw that fight against Ben Rodriguez.
But oh no. I would like to see Charlo, because remember in the interview he said he wants to unify at 160 before moving up to 168 and then fight Canelo or some shit like that. Like he was a little all over the place. He said, "I will fight that other guy. What's his name? Janovic or like he was getting names wrong left and right."
He went back down to 160 in his mind. Yo, I got a bet I put in the chat. Yo, I don't know if anybody.
No, he said I could fight Janovic and then become unified. I mean, undisputed. I'm like, no, unified. Yeah, not undisputed. Yeah.
He don't know. Or maybe he meant continue on at 160 though. I'm gonna shoot him a little bill. I'm nice. I'll shoot him a little bill. But here's my question. I got a feeling Jermall Charlo might not make weight, yo. The fight is already, his belt ain't on the line. It's a big payday for Jose Benavidez. It's pay-per-view, your brother on the card. You ain't got a lot of leverage. If I miss weight, they'll bring somebody else in this bitch too. You get what I'm saying? It's Charlo versus Benavidez. And Benavidez versus Andre. You're not the A side in this fight. I think Charlo might miss weight by like 2 pounds, yo. Over or under. What you think? Over or under 2 pounds, or you think he gonna make the weight? What you think?
Possibly, but I think he needs to make weight so that he is a contender for the
That's why I don't think he gonna make weight, because he plan to move up to 168 anyway.
Yeah.
I think this motherfucker
Canelo fight
165, 166. The fight is contracted at 1.
That's lazy pimping though, man. I'm
just telling you, man. Money talk. And look, and might give Jose Benavidez 500,000 or 250,000 to take the fight anyway.
Because he couldn't even remember his name.
Ain't no belt on the line. Ain't no belt. On the line. What you think, man? Am I tripping here? Like Charlo, he keep talking about going to look. Even today, the presser, he was like, after they did the face off and they was shaking hands, congratulating Benavidez. He was like, "I got next. Whoever win." You can hear it off mic. He's not talking because Benavidez and Andre just walking up to do the face off, and you can hear Charlo after he did his face off shake hands with somebody. He said, "Yo, I got next. Whoever won."
I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. You might be.
He's gonna blow the scale, yo. He gonna blow scale. You know how people say blow trial? Yeah, this nigga gonna blow scale, nigga.
He gonna blow scale.
He gonna blow scale, yo. This nigga gonna blow scale, yo. I think he gonna cover this bitch at 165, yo. If I'm right, man, somebody timestamp this. Let me timestamp this shit right now.
That's a bad look, man.
32-21.
That's a bad look.
I think he might blow scale, yo. This nigga gonna blow scale. He gonna come at 165.
When's the weigh-in?
Blow up. Hey, look, then he gonna blow up even bigger than that shit.
Man, because he already got like them chipmunk cheeks.
Did you see his jaw today? I thought his jaw looked swollen on the his left, our right. I thought his jaw looked swollen, but then I saw it move. I was like, well, maybe this nigga chewing like got a gumball or something, and then I saw him chewing it.
He got a gumball.
Yeah, I was like, maybe this nigga got a big ass gumball in the jaw. Like his left side of his jaw looks swollen as fuck.
Maybe he got his wisdom tooth taken out. That's what they're talking about with Weezy in that interview with Crawford.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, why you look like a chipmunk like that? Because I think you mentioned that in your reaction. And then I got into it with one dude. He's talking about, oh well, yeah. Even his publicist just said that he got a wisdom tooth taken out. I'm like, yeah. Well, does that explain why his chin is so big too? He got double chin to match his big ass cheeks.
Yeah, his face round.
I think he got that lean puff. You know, niggas be on that lean and they be trying to get off of it.
Mm-hmm. Or they own it again and they face get all fat.
Right.
That lean and they face get fat.
Get all bloated and shit. Yeah.
And that shit hit different. Like Wayne is what? Wayne is in his 40s now.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Wayne like 40, right?
Hey, you know what? I think him and Crawford got the same birthday. I think
really?
It's September 27th. I think they got the same birthday. And because I'm on the verge. I'm September 22nd. So I'm a last day Virgo. So they're both Libras. I think.
Wayne is September 27th.
And when's the
Crawford is September 28th.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. Shout out to September, man. Y'all got some greats out there.
And Will Smith, I think he's September 27th.
Who?
It never hurried up it.
That nigga still out here playing with his name, bro. I don't like that.
He's still out here playing with Dwayne Martin.
No, Foodie.
It never hurried up it.
Allegedly. Yo, I never did an episode on that because I don't believe old boy. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about it briefly on the show. But
They've been talking about that for years, though, Mark.
Yeah, but his account, though.
And then the way Keisha Martin says...
And as moist as that nigga look, he looked jealous. He was like, that should have been me bent over that couch. I wanted Dwayne. Will took him from me. Like, face ass nigga. With your titty meat hanging out, nigga had his cleavage. Nigga zesty ass.
Yeah. Niggas be zesty as a motherfucking Hollywood, man. Like, I don't know. Like, most of the women were like, "Oh, Will Smith, he's the." I don't feel that way. Like, he's a handsome dude, but
that's okay.
I wouldn't be feeling like that.
That don't mean shit.
Like, he look like
dudes that look like models, supermodels, tall, diesel, strong as fuck, and they Dwayne like Howard with the flow, dunking from the free throw line.
They be going to the
dunking
audition
your
with
man too if you leave your
right.
nigga.
They be going to the auditions with a butt plug in their butt. You know.
Yeah, man. These niggas are wild, bro.
Gross.
Yeah. So, they quarterbacking and receiving, man. Shit.
Yuck. But before we get off, what do you think about let's
get off. Pause.
Before, what's it called? Book of Canaan. It's about to start next week.
Are we gonna lock in? You trying to lock in?
I love
let them build up. Because we got to do the season premiere. We got to do that.
Oh yeah. I like that show a lot. You don't like it?
I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
I love it more than Tommy, and I liked it more.
Me
than,
too.
I like it more than the Tyreek show.
Look, we never got to do my reaction to the Tommy. We did that. We watched it on Patreon, but I was so fucking. Oh yeah, I was so irritated with the way that ended. Like, I didn't know that was the series finale.
We both addressed that there.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
It wasn't enough to. It was so bad that I don't think we wanted to waste a whole another hour talking about how bad it was.
Right.
That's or Stevenson treatment. Bad. Like, let's just address it being bad and
let's move on.
Talk about some good shit coming up, like David Benavidez versus Demetrius. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, it's people just like to be negative. I'm a happy person, man. Life is good. God is good to me, and life is treating me good, man. So I just see the play with that. Like, come on, fam. Y'all trying to make this shit Spencer Crawford all over again.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury versus
But they try to do that with every like how they jumped off the fence and jumped on the boots. You know, it's like, God damn.
Yeah, and it's clear.
And even Crawford said, so one dude loses one fight and all of a sudden he's trash. Like, even Crawford said that.
Right.
And he beat the shit out of him.
He defended Spence.
That's crazy. And Spence ain't saying nothing. Like, you don't need you niggas to jump up for him. Like, why do people
Shout out to Errol Spence. He's a man. Man. For real, yo.
Yeah.
Like he got all my respect from how he handling everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't even be roasting him too much. You know what I'm saying? He got all my respect. He did everything we asked of him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The thing is, he didn't do everything that y'all asked for him because y'all needed him to win too. I just needed him to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I just need to see the fight finally happen.
We just wanted to see. That's what I'd be saying about Tank Davis.
And I was there, booty rose 7. God. Oh my God, yo!
Like, what y'all say is, I want to see it. I want to fucking see it. I'll pay for it. I'll go to it if I can. Like, I want to fucking see it. Show me. That's all.
I'm sitting
all I'm asking.
beside Sugar Hill and Andy Ruiz, man. Like in between. Come on, fam. Like you can't make this shit up. Oh my God. You talking about somebody live. I told my wife, I said, man, if I don't never go to another fight in my life, man, that's the one. I said, I don't even think I'm gonna ever top that experience, like the whole weekend, even kicking it with Nonito and Rachel and meeting their family and D Bevel like 2 weeks before, chopping up with D Bevel the champ, and him just treat me so good, man. Shout out to D Bevel the champ. Just the whole that last 2 weeks in July, like I could write a movie about that. 2 weeks in July. You know, like every
like the Hangover.
Man, that shit was crazy. Like I still got interviews I ain't put out. You know what I'm saying? I got shit with Joe
And the
Jordan.
fact that you got to like do a little interview or you got to see Errol Spence like before it happened.
Right, 2 weeks before, right? Yeah. Right. You know, niggas mad about that. They was like, he did all that talking shit about Errol gonna lose, and then you met him, talked to him on camera, and took a picture. I ain't even got no picture with him, and I kiss his ass every week. You
right?
Like, man, you ain't got to do all of that. You ain't even got to do all of that.
Well, that's how I feel about the Wilder Fury.
The dick up all week long, every episode, month after month, year after year. You ain't even got a picture with Errol Spence yet. I do. I met him. I talked to him. It's recorded. You know that.
Where is Deep Bevel? Yeah. Them niggas don't even.
They were like, well, you ain't met one with Terrence Crawford. I said, I ain't been in the same room with him yet.
Right? Not yet. Yet.
Or actually, I was at the post-fight, but he was so far away. It was so far away. Because that post-press, even the post-press conference, that was, you know, it's all media, but it was a lot of media there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it be like that. I've been in the same room with
got a
50
better
Cent, but shit. So
Foodie, I came in almost a little late. When I came up, Errol was already walking on stage. I was outside smoking, man, with one of the Showtime execs, De Blasio. Yeah, man, I was outside smoking. Different things, of course. Different things. Not for me.
Not for you? You wasn't smoking for you?
Nah, I didn't smoke what he was smoking. He didn't smoke what I smoked.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said that though.
Yeah. That was my second time eating them. You know what I'm saying?
We said Terrence Crawford was smoking something?
No, I didn't say Terrence Crawford. I said De Blasio. He was Showtime. He was smoking a cigarette. I was smoking some weed.
Who is De Blasio?
His name is Chris De Blasio. I know his name is De Blasio.
I thought you were talking about the Bellagio Hotel.
No, he a exec for Showtime.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I get this. Somebody said, where D Bevel been? D Bevel got a new schedule and he just grinding hard, working. And he got a big test coming up for a new career that he's about to go into. It's going to be very lucrative towards him. So, you know, he got to focus on being great. You know what I'm saying?
But real quick, I think that
I talked to his cousin Champion Hart. You know, they first cousins. You know what I'm saying? Champion Hart.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask him about Champion Hart, but he was supposed to hit me up about his food thing. I was gonna give him some pointers, but
I see how you stumbled right over there. You was like, I was gonna give him some pointers.
Well, yeah, we exchanged email, you know, all that kind of stuff. So he gotta hit me up. I need to know what he wants to know, and I can help him.
Oh, okay. You gonna help him?
Yeah.
You know, he got a whole cooking channel. He be up there cooking.
Yeah, but I know how to work the business, and I think he had some questions about putting out one of his spices or some seasonings they have. Yeah.
Well, shit, I need to talk to you about that too, Foodie.
Okay.
Because I cook that. No, I'm just, me and Champion Hart gonna do a cook-off. I promise y'all we're gonna do this cook-off, man. Might do it at the meet and greet. But go ahead. You got anything else? Because I couldn't go and shut it down.
Yeah. No, I'm just
go live again tomorrow or today. But I gotta get up in about 4 hours, 4.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cooking tomorrow. So I mean evening up Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm saying, what you making for Thanksgiving?
Well, I already seasoned. Like I said, I already seasoned my chickens because we don't really like turkey, and there's not enough people to cut up a whole turkey. And I was gonna do some Cornish hens, but I think I'm gonna save that for Christmas. So I have the chicken seasoned up, and I'll be putting them in the oven maybe Thanksgiving Day. But I'm gonna do my faux candied yams. You know, I'm low carb. My low carb macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna do the greens. I'm gonna do the low carb dressing. So I'm gonna get all that done tomorrow because dressing takes a minute. I'm doing cornbread dressing, so not stuffing like you do in the stovetop stuffing. I don't do that shit. I do that shit all from scratch. So
that's why don't nobody come to your house for Thanksgiving dinner. All your food is low carb.
Yeah, but it's delicious. You won't know the difference, and that's
like,
the reason
oh
why.
No, we know the difference. We know the difference.
No, they don't know the difference.
Hey, look,
No.
they eat your food. They ready to go take a walk.
If you
everybody else food, they go to sleep on the couch.
No,
That's the
carbs make you ready to take a walk. Low carb gives you energy.
No, them extra carbs. That's
all
what
people care about is how it tastes.
Said the same thing twice. Low carb and high carb. One give you energy. One make you take a walk.
No, high carb makes you high
carb makes you a little sleepy. Yeah, you going because you don't have too much of it. Your body's like, man, I can't even do nothing with
all
this.
that sugar. Yeah, all that
go
sugar,
to sleep, bitch.
but the desserts, like I got my sons wanted the Oreo what's it called, Oreo what's that cake that you have them in the refrigerator? Oreo
cake. Ice cream cake,
yeah. Oreo ice cream cake, and then the pie.
You can get from Baskin
Robbins. 7-Up cake, yeah. They got.
Oh man, I had a 7-Up cake in.
Yeah,
it's probably at least 20 years since I had 7-Up cake.
I would do a because the desserts I don't do them low carb because I don't eat them, so I do the real thing. So I would make a peach cobbler, but no one eats peach cobbler, so they'll be definitely sleepy enough, and they go back for seconds and thirds, so they like it.
Cause that's all that's there. Shit, it was like, man, might as well fuck it.
Yeah, but you think it don't taste good? That shit is delicious. That's the reason why.
I'm just talking shit, Cody.
That's the reason why,
It ain't.
When I sell my plates, people will be buying that shit because like, this shit is healthy too.
I'm gonna eat some one day. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a plate. See what all these low carb creations look like. Cause I ain't never heard of low carb. Everything, nigga. Like,
yeah,
I made low carb everything. Like everything. Yeah, I was like,
but the chicken, of course, and then because you don't have to do that low carb in or if I do a turkey or ham, I got a small ham because I used to buy a honey baked ham, but like I said, that's like a lot of meat. I don't want to be bothered with that, so I just got a small.
You know what to do with all that
spiral
meat.
Ham.
Yeah, you ain't got that many people.
Yeah, I got like 4 people max.
But then don't they sell them in quarters though, and like you don't have to get a whole one. Like you can just get like
I got a small one.
Yeah.
Like not like the big one. I just got from the store, and it's already cut. It's spiral.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Just heat that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I told somebody, my wife be liking that honey baked ham, like because they make a turkey one too, right? They got a turkey.
Yeah, I bought that last year, but my kids still went on to that.
This ain't nothing but a big loaf of sandwich meat.
That with sugar on top, yeah.
A bunch of sandwich meat already cut. She was like, nah, it's turkey. I said it's turkey sandwich meat. It's just thick cut. I was like, man, this shit all the same. It's like I was like, there ain't no dark meat here.
I would buy a fryer though.
It don't look like it's talking to you.
If I had more people, I'd buy a fryer and I'd go ahead and do like the fried turkey.
Man, my brother-in-law be doing that. I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow. I don't know if it's too late, but I know usually on Thanksgiving he deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
And I remember one year we had Thanksgiving, and matter of fact, it was the last Thanksgiving we had at our house before COVID. And he brought the deep fryer and all that over here. So, and he did one for them, but to take with him, of course. But I had one in the oven, and he deep fried another turkey. So we had like 3 different turkeys here. Oh, 4. We had 4 because one was just Cajun, his was regular. Then we had just one in the oven, regular.
Ooh, a Cajun deep fried turkey. That shit would be fire.
Look,
Look. Do you get the fucking injector? Do you get
year.
the flavor injector? Ooh, God dang.
I killed it, man. I killed it, yo.
Man.
I was so mad because I didn't pack me up enough of it. Like I still think of that turkey. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be having turkey dreams.
Turkey dreams, man. Every Thanksgiving, like, man. Every year I tell myself I'm gonna buy my own little deep fryer, and you know, I'm like, when other
Because
time
I'm afraid of the way they used to do it. Like my sister's husband's from Gary, Indiana, and like in the 90s they got married. And he's like, oh yeah, we do deep fried turkey, and they do it outside with that big old drum. But people be catching on fire and shit. I'm like, I ain't risking it for no motherfucking turkey.
No, it's a way to it. First of all, the turkey don't.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta thaw the turkey. See, the problem is people don't thaw that turkey out like a full day or so before. Like people will buy the turkey like tomorrow and try to deep fry it, or
it
like
could be frozen
on Thursday. Yeah, it's not thawed out all the way.
It takes like 3 days to thaw the turkey. Yeah,
at least two. You know what I'm saying? And that ice pack hit that damn grease and that shit just shoot right up. That shit'll blow up.
But I like when I see on the internet they have that little hanger that they put the turkey in and just like put it in there like slow
down. But but even if you do that, if that shit ain't frozen all the way thawed out, you're gonna get fucked up.
It's gonna spatter. It's like throwing water into grease. It's just gonna spatter everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I think, one day I would like to try it. Like when I was at the grocery store, just doing shopping, they're like, oh, you spent over a certain amount. Do you want a free turkey? And I was like, nah, like I don't have enough people. But if I had like a homeless shelter, I knew I would go ahead and get it and donate it to them. But I don't know any shelters to like donate it to. That's what I want to do when when my kids are finally out of the house. I'll probably just go to a homeless shelter and like serve food, and then I'll just go to the casino and eat like turkey dinner there. Like, what's the point of making a whole dinner when there ain't gonna be that many people there? But if I had somebody to give it to, I would, because I know there's people.
You ever thought about sponsoring a family?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like as far as like the homeless shelters. And that's why I tell my mom.
I wasn't talking about trying to go down there with a whole lot to give something to everybody. I'm talking about find a family in need and just that one family. Like this year, I'm gonna provide you guys with a full.
If I knew some, like because there's a lot of families in need, and then there are a lot of like.
So you said I ain't got no broke ass friends. Like all my friends.
I would like to link up with somebody. I would have to link up with somebody, and it's weird that I work in the health profession and we don't have enough people. Like we should be sponsoring somebody every year, because there are people who give stuff to us, like every year. Like for instance, we get a Albertsons gift card for $50 or $75 for where I work. Like I don't need that, thank God. I'm grateful, but I wouldn't mind giving that to somebody that I knew, even if they're at work and they don't want to say anything. I would like to just go ahead and just slide that to them, because $75 can make a difference between eating on a holiday or not.
Yeah. All right, well, final thoughts, Foodie, because I'm about to slide, try to get some rest, and I'm gonna knock this little 4 hours out tomorrow, and I'm gonna crash right after that. But I'm gonna definitely be chopping it up with y'all tomorrow, because I ain't cooking shit. Actually, nope, I'm wrong. I'm supposed to make some macaroni and cheese. I gotta make my 5 cheese mac. But other than that, shit, I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. I'm chilling, man, kicking it. My daughter's with her grandma. Wifey gonna be in the kitchen, and I'm gonna probably be on YouTube talking shit with y'all about something.
For sure.
So listen in while you're cooking. We'll have some entertainment for you.
Oh, I definitely am, because after a while, I get tired of being on my feet. Shit. So
I know that.
Yeah. I look forward to the Benavidez Andre fight. I'm glad I got to see the All Access, because I always looked at Andre as a goofy, but I wanted to believe in him. But every fight I saw of his, it was like kind of, I don't know. But I would like to see that fight. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm behind out, so
I'm not. But
well, look, if you free Saturday, watch it with me. How about that?
Yeah, I'm free, so we can do that.
Cool. All right. What did you? And I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna do it on Patreon so I can record.
You said that last time.
But look, I'm on Patreon now, so now I can record it. But
okay.
I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Jermall Charlo does. I'm rooting for him. I know he's.
I tried to live stream it last time while I was recording. This time I'm not gonna do a live stream. I'm doing. It's gonna be like a pre-recorded. So it'll be
okay.
Yeah. So I just seen you the link. It'll be pre-recorded, but we're gonna record the whole party.
Good. Yeah.
We can all
I look
talk
forward
shit,
to that.
and then we can all watch it and talk shit at the same time. Versus, like, if you watch it on this link, you can't. People on the live stream can't hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's what I like about. And now listen to that whole thing with you and me and Bremen Pittsburgh team where we're talking about the Mount Rushmore. That was funny.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas crazy as hell, man. All of y'all niggas.
Yeah. I look forward to that. I honestly haven't watched a lot of Jose Benavidez, but it is what it is. So we look forward to it. So it'll be a good kickoff to Christmas weekend, Black Friday weekend, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and then we got Haney right after that. Haney.
Man, yes. I haven't forgotten about it, but yeah.
Get 2 weeks to talk about all of that shit. December the 23rd is going down. We got a big fight. We got the big fight in Saudi. You know what I'm saying? We still
yeah.
So and then then I'm gonna do my my New Year's wrap up, and we're gonna give out all our awards for the best fight, worst fight, best performance, worst performance, biggest robbery, biggest comeback, underdog, fight of the year, training. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time, right?
Hey Mark, you should do a rap like old boy used to do back in the day.
Like Skills?
The Rob Report. Yeah, Skills, yeah.
What's the wrap up?
The wrap up or whatever. I said the Rob Report.
But make it a song and do it about boxing.
Yeah.
See, you shouldn't have told me that on live. You know niggas be stealing.
Yeah, but you gotta do it better than him. No matter what they try to do, you gotta do it better.
Fuck with your boy. All right.
Better.
Good idea. I might do that. Foodie. I'll probably lie.
Cool.
Probably not.
I know.
Do I even want to comment into it? No, I just like talking to y'all more about it than anything.
Well, maybe not this year, but it's an idea. That's all. So.
Hey, look, somebody right now, they gonna do it for real. They be like, "No, I heard your live stream. You said you weren't gonna do it, so I did it."
They're gonna be whacked though. Especially when we're talking about the YouTube community and the boxers, like the niggas ain't even got no vocabulary. Like, what did you just say? Like,
right?
Who you talking about? So, all right, Mark. Well, have a good day. Thanks for having me up again.
I'm glad I premiered that video when I did, even though the audio, man, that was a good story. The audio fucked up, but I was like, oh shit, people watching right now? Okay, well, fuck it. I guess I'll go live, talk some shit with y'all, and I'm glad I did. This was fun.
Right.
All right.
Well, have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one.
Peace. It's been another great episode of Breaking Beats with your man Mark Nash, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you will not feel like talking about. It is a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why. Life is serious enough. Always remember, dreams require sleep. Goals require effort. Go out there and get your goals. I'm going to get some sleep. See you guys on the next one. Hey, look, as always, remember this. Respect is free. Disrespect can cost you everything. Your family, your freedom, your finances, most importantly, your life. So go out there and show each other love. Let's show each other respect. You can go to marknash.com, marknash.com, cop some of the merch, support the show that way. Other than that, click that like button and click that share button. That really helps out with the visibility of the show. You can sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/Mark Nash, MarkNash. I'm super active over there. And like I said, man, we get to get away with a lot of our dirt over there. Plus, that's my way of weaning out the weasels. They be trying to alert. See, I can block you on YouTube, but you can still be a member and get to be all in my videos. You can't talk, but you get to see everything going. Nah, I want to eradicate you for good. So yes, I can block you on YouTube and I can block you on Patreon. So you can't just pay to still see what I got going on. When I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, nigga. And I mean that. It's your man Martin Nash, Breaking Beats. Remember this, homeboy.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
I mean that shit. Drive, motherfucker.
Hey, it's Antonio Tarver, champion. You watching Mark Nash at Breaking Beats. I usually don't do drops, but I'm going to give you one, bro. I'm going to give you one. I love you, champ.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made this possible, and so did viewers like you. Peace.